Are you live right now?
Yeah, not yet, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Oh, my mic's still on. Actually, there's no point with the starting soon if my mic is still going to be on anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about this thing sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, I'm pretty sure you're going through the desktop, so it should all be good. I guess the only other thing I would need to do is we'll have to just mix our chats together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a little second.
It's all good. Take your time.
I just pulled up your stream. Okay, now I hit the button.
Oh, let's see.
I already have a starter Pokemon as an outbreak.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got really lucky.
I have no idea what my outbreaks are right now.
Yeah. I can't seem to knock on you.
It's not even saying you're live on my end.
Yeah, does that sometimes?
Yeah, hold on, let me try going to your channel. Oh, there you are. As soon as I click on your channel.
Oh, we both turned it off.
Oh, wait.
I mean, yeah.
I think I might know a potential problem. I think I might have set... I was going to say, maybe I set my settings to where no one can knock on me. There might have been some settings I changed.
Yeah, I'm not turning that setting back on. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not turning the you can knock on me back on because I am not taking that risk. Because then any rando can knock.
Yeah, like, that's why I turned it off. I didn't like that feature, but it's not giving me the option.
Did you say just friends or people that you're following?
Oh, if
Wouldn't
that's...
it be great in the settings to be like, hey, allow people that I'm following to fucking knock on me?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just, hey,
No,
literally anyone can knock on you.
anyone.
Jeez, where was that setting?
I don't even remember. As soon as I turned it off, I stopped looking at it.
Exactly. I'm gonna have
I was
to...
like, if they ever fix it, I'll just never have it on in the first place, even
Yeah,
if they fix it.
I'm gonna have to
It's the
Google
moment that
search
they
it.
came out with it, and yippee!
How to... Uh,
Oh look, it's a Skarmory.
uh,
Look, it's another Skarmory.
well, while this is going, how about set up the multiplayer on the game itself?
Okay, what's your outbreaks?
What it?
'Cause I just have Trico.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Usually, I'd be like, whoever has the better outbreaks can be the host.
Oh,
I wouldn't call Trico a better outbreak because I don't even know what the shiny is.
the shiny Trico is like a almost a blue green color with some red.
Isn't it great that I'm colorblind? Then you said blue green.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
it's fine. No, it's fine. You learn fun facts about me while you're on the stream. I am colorblind.
Oh,
Blue
okay.
green will always look like green or blue.
Well,
Hopefully today it looks like blue.
there's a little bit of red there. Where's the map?
Oh,
It's been a while since I played this. I see a little bit of Horsey. There's a mystery outbreak there.
Horsey shiny is awful, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's so small in the water.
that and I think it's just a slightly different color. Not much. And I see Doduo.
Yay.
So I see Doduo, I see Horsey, and I see a mystery one that I would have to go and check.
Okay.
Anyway.
I hope Trico doesn't beat any of that. It's not just Trico. I guess Swablu's here too, on the other side of Trico.
Yeah. I'm just... Turn... This is kind of annoying. Of course there was going to be, like, something tech-related.
Fine, I'll host then. Poor Chico. Getting so much slack. Slack for me being like, oh, no, not that one. Former group.
It doesn't really matter to me what shinies we go after, to me.
That's true. Like I said, it's probably just gonna be random. It just so happens to be I have a starter as my outbreak.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
The group is up.
Join a group.
Oop, your face is kind of blocking the code a little bit.
Oh, it is.
There we go. Sorry, I moved you a little bit to the corner of shame.
It's only... Wait.
Other side.
Joining a group just gives me, only letting me choose numbers. That's
Oh
not...
yeah, sorry, I'll give you those numbers. D H D.
Well, no, it's only giving me numbers. It's not even letting me use letters. It's only a 4-letter... It's been a while since I've done multiplayer.
Are you online?
You know what? That would make a difference. That would indeed make a difference. Connect to the internet. There. You have to do one other input before you do things. There. Now I'm connected to the internet. You know, that code was probably for local multiplayer. Where it only gives you numbers. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And it's been a while since I really played this, so... Okay. Luckily, I'm just looking at your stream so I can see the code.
Oh, sorry. You could have also just asked for it again if you forgot.
There you go. I'm here.
Guilty. Now you'll meet my flex of a team.
Nice.
AKA totally not all shiny.
Now we just need to figure out how to mix chat.
No, it's fine. We don't have to figure it out.
Alright, well, if that is what it is, we'll just continue on
It's
as
the
normal.
knocking system settings. Like, seriously, honestly. As soon as you put it on, if they don't have a setting for following your friends, and then someone knocks on you, that's not me. You're gonna be annoyed. I don't want that for you.
Yeah, I guess. Like, that was a whole thing when that first got announced. Okay, we'll just continue as is. We won't mix chat. So let's see. Let me just get my phone going, and then I guess we could just start.
Okay. Have you seen my boy?
Yes, the shiny Zangoose. Zangoose is
My
one of my
favorite
faves. Zangoose is one of my favorites,
Out of
personally.
all of them, he's my favorite. If you ask me what my favorite Pokemon is, Zangos.
Yeah. Zangoose is one of my favorites. I gotta show a special Pokemon. It's not shiny, but I have to show. You see, there's a little bit of a story with this Heracross. You see, this Heracross is named Heartcalise, and Heartcalise is a bit of diva, because this Heracross is a Ribbon Master.
Oh.
I have gotten this Heracross in Pokemon Coliseum, and I went on a journey to gather every ribbon that I could get for this Heracross.
Oh.
So
Like Toucanon? Look at its beak.
that is a nice shiny Toucanon. Oh,
Do you know the Fruit Loops? The company? The cereal
Yeah.
company? I named her Fruit Loops.
ah, nice.
Yeah, or Toucan Sam, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, this shiny, not the shiny, the Heracross, when you have ribbons, you know how there's the marks and they change the name of, like, when you enter in battle? So it's like, oh, it's Heracross the Triumphant or whatever, or something. Each ribbon gives a different title.
Yep.
So when I equip, not the Earth ribbon, because that's the Mount Battle one. Where's the Shadow Pokemon one? It's not national. Can't find it. So many ribbons here. I might have to send you a picture of all the ribbons. Gorgeous.
On your stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and 2 of the ribbons, the contest memory ribbon and the battle memory ribbon, are just all the contest and the battle tower stuff from Gen 3 and 4 just fused into like 2 different ribbons. So when you look at the contest memory ribbon, it says I have 40 ribbons there.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know. Because each rank of the contests in Gen 3 and Gen 4 gave you a ribbon. Why can't I find... Was it the... Oh, it is the national ribbon. God, the national ribbon is for being a shadow Pokemon.
You have a new friend.
Ah, yes, the Mimikyu. Mimikyu barely looks... Well, it looks like it just never got any of the paint on, like, the...
That's because he's shiny.
Yeah, I know.
That made me cute. The only reason why this doesn't look like he has any paint because he's shiny.
Yeah, exactly. I bred the shiny starters. Ah, yes, the Haxors. Yeah, when I breed the starters, I usually give them egg moves too.
I don't do that. I just shiny hunt.
Well,
Shiny hunt for sparkling boys.
No, I get that.
This Golark was a very random shiny. I was looking in a snow place, like for hide and seek spots. I wasn't doing hide and seek, by the way. I was just looking at how many hide and seek spots there were. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could hide as a golem? Are they too big? Are Golarks too big? And then I was like, wait, that Golark's a different color.
Ah, yeah.
and then he was facing from behind, so I was like, is he? And then he turned around, I was like, yep, that was a different color from the rest of them. Because it's hard, because it's snowing, and you're just trying to look at the slightest bit of change.
Yeah, I really...
But then I realized he doesn't have the slightest bit of change.
Yeah. I really don't... Oh, wow. That is a completely different color. At least that's very noticeable.
Very.
I really don't like some of the shinies that just have a slight difference to where you need to, like...
I don't collect that.
Like, Gengar is a big example of ones that I don't like. This one's shiny, I believe.
Oh yeah, I have that one too. I have like a whole box. I have 2 boxes of shiny Pokemon. Oh,
I think I bred this one.
I don't collect shiny Pokemon that don't really change that much.
Yeah.
I lied. There's like 1 Pokemon out of all the Pokemon that I have that I've kept, and it was an accidental. So there's a thing in this part of the region that has a level 1 shiny power. So I looked up a video how to get level 1 shiny power, and I went to the cafeteria and I got it. And I went on a trip to see if it actually works. The 30 minutes of just walking around and seeing if it actually works. And I went to the cave, and look at him.
Oh, it's shiny Joltik. That is...
No, it's not. It's regular Joltik, right? Right? No, he's shiny. His eyes are the only thing that...
Yeah.
I told my Zangoose to kill him about 10 times, and it wouldn't kill him. My Zangoose was like, Mother, it's shiny. And I'm just like, no, it's not. This is not true.
This is never shiny.
There we go.
It didn't really change. Oh, I forget how many shinies I do have.
This is my favorite thing to do in this game. Synchro into my shiny Joltik. Just synchro mode, and then shiny Joltik.
Ah. Okay. There we go.
He hops so high! Oh, look at that. Look, Joltik can go around your egg.
It's all jumping around. Oh, you're controlling the Joltik. That's right.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I forgot we could do that.
That's why he's jumping around so much.
Yeah. Honestly, when I was Okay, so when we set up this collab, I still hadn't finished the DLC. Like, I still had to finish all the story mode stuff for this section. But I also wanted to get the starters unlocked too. So I was spending a lot of time just trying to get all that done, and I just found a couple shinies along the way. This being one of them. What else did I get? Apparently I have this shiny.
And he will never evolve. He's too funny. So I put a Everstone on him, so he can never evolve.
You just give him level 100 and then he can never evolve again.
I know, right? Maybe I reach a certain follower goal and then my tiny Joltik can evolve. But till then, he has an Everstone for life until he's level 100.
Yeah. Apparently I have the shiny Fampy. I don't remember when I got this one. But the colors barely change.
Oh god, yeah, those colors barely change.
And I did not hunt for this one. I got this through a trade. You see, when I was... Yeah, when I was trading Dittos, I wanted a Ditto from another region so I can do the Masuda method. And then just... Yeah. Someone gave me this shiny Ditto. And I'm like, well, this is a French shiny Ditto. And it didn't need to be shiny, but it is. So, there we go. This one is meant to... Well, if it is hacked in, it doesn't really matter to me. Because I just use it for, you know, its intended purpose. It's meant to make a bunch of eggs. I know I have a couple other shinies. My boxes are not really organized as well right now.
I like how I have the most organized box.
Well, okay.
It's called shiny box.
Okay, here's the thing. Most of my boxes are, I tend to do living dexes, so the beginning of the boxes are actually with the dex order and some living dex. But then after that, I'm kind of lost on where everything is. I have a couple boxes filled with Flittle, because when I was breeding the shiny, I just had a bunch of them. Let's see, what up?
This boy.
1 second.
He's also one of my favorite boys. No! Wake up!
Is that shiny?
Wake up! Wake up! God damn it!
There, I think I found a few more. Ah, the Tyranitar. At least you could tell it's shiny with its belly.
Yeah.
There, I got this one.
Oh, Sandshrew. Oh, that one's very...
Yeah, a Alolan Sandshrew. It's hard to tell until you see its belly. It's blue belly. Right. Okay, and during my trying to finish this game up, I sent you a couple pictures that I found this guy. And I found you. At least this one's noticeable.
So let's go get that sparkling encounter sandwich.
Right. Let me get my boxes, let me get my team back together.
No.
Luckily, it's not much. And don't worry, I have my catching Persian. Where's the sandwich shop?
Which one out of my team is the one that's the catching Pokemon?
Normally I use... Oh. Normally I use Smeargle, but when I was making my catching Pokemon, Smeargle wasn't an option. Oh, I see you have a Piplup up here.
Yeah.
You have a Piplup, not raid, but, swarm.
Yeah.
Where's the sandwich shop here?
Looking at the shiny Piplup in the first.
Wait, is there a sandwich shop in this DLC?
You're at the, yeah, the Blueberry Academy.
Oh,
at the entrance.
you have to. You have to like exit out all the way. No.
There you go.
That...
And teleport to me. Oh, I have to exit. Okay. Let me.
I'll get there eventually.
And then you go to the cafeteria when you get to the Blueberry Academy.
Right, I don't really make
And then
sandwiches
the third
that
one
much.
is Sparkling Power 1, all types. Yeah, I don't really make sandwiches either.
The only sandwiches I make was the shiny hatching ones for when I was breeding shinies.
Hatching ones.
So it is...
Oh, last one. Should say Sparkling Power 1.
Oh, okay. Sparkling Power, all types. Okay. That's actually pretty good. What do you mean Oh, I don't have BP. What do you mean I can't just use money?
Oh, okay. We can work on that. We can work on getting you BP. So
Yeah.
you can afford getting this out. That was something nice.
I am a poor boy. I spent all my money just trying to get starters to appear.
Have you gotten the gotcha machine yet?
Yes, I did.
I have spent almost all my money on the gotcha machine, and I I refuse to go gambling this stream because I will be there for the rest of the stream.
Just don't download any gotcha games.
I have Genshin Impact, Withering Waves, I've tried Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, but don't worry, I don't have a problem. I don't have an addiction. I know when to stop.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't spend my IRL money unless it's battle passes in these types of games. Yeah, gotcha game.
The only gotcha that I played was... Or the one that I really played was a mobile game called Dissidia Opera Omnia. It was a Final Fantasy crossover mobile game. Too bad that's delisted now, because I thought it was very fair in terms of actually, like, giving you things. Okay, there's the button. Make TM, terrestrialize, sneak up on a Pokemon. I could do that twice.
Take a photo and pull it. No.
Sneak up on this Chansey.
Potentially. Yes, no.
Oh, I forgot. I do have a shiny Chansey as well.
Me too. I had gotten a way of catching quick shiny chances.
Yeah, I found it when I was level grinding. Because I spent a lot of time in Area Zero working on my living decks. Travel 500 yards. Catch a poison type. Terrestrialize. Oh, I could have done that. Take a photo while Pokemon in flight. Terrestrialize. Luckily, at least it's pretty cheap to get the food, but it's kind of dumb that I needed BP. Actually, can I turn down the game audio? Because on my end, it's kind of drowning you out. Can I turn that down? Sadly, everything's just going into the same audio. Yeah, I definitely need to fix my settings a bit better. Pick up... Oh, there's enough BP for the... There's enough BP for the food now. At least it doesn't take much. So which horde are you wanting to go after? The Piplup, Trico, there's Doduo, and there's... What was the other? Trico. Well, at least nearby there's Swablu as well. So, there could be 2 for 1 right there.
Yep.
Actually, I don't remember which game I have one. Actually, I think it was my Gen 6 game. I found a shiny Altaria randomly. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm getting the shiny power. Oh no, I gotta sit through this little Edie animation. But yeah, I found shiny hunting in Legends Arceus to be more fun. The fact that it actually had a sparkle, you know, sound effect.
Yeah, I have Legends Arceus. It's just too bad that is that shiny? I don't think so.
Yeah, some shinies are so hard to tell.
I got a shiny. What the? I got a shiny.
Very nice.
It's too bad. I was about to say it's too bad it's not multiplayer until I was staring into the Golet's eyes and he was staring back at me.
You can't tell.
No, my sandwich. Now I won't be able to find a shiny Trico because of fucking Golet.
Yeah, all your luck went into that Golurk.
And you know why? I knew that he was shiny. I have his father.
Yeah.
Your fault wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I just showed him off.
Where's the Swablu?
I was just about to teleport him until I stared into his eyes and he stared back at me.
But yeah, if only this game had the shiny sound effect, it would make shiny hunting a little bit more fun for me. Am I on the right spot? I am on the right spot. Where's all the Trico?
Like I said, we could play Legends Arceus, but we wouldn't be playing it together. We'd just be playing our own copies of Legends Arceus.
I know, and that's why I'm okay with this. I'm just more complaining that they took out a sound effect that was actually nice. But that was easily a case because they were making the games at the same time. So they probably just didn't share notes on that detail. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Legends ZA so far?
Probably going to emulate it.
I plan to pick it up, but I'm not fully convinced, if that makes sense. But with this ribbon challenge with my Heracross, I'm kind of locked in. You know, I gotta commit now. Heartcalise needs her ribbons. And there's probably gonna be a ribbon. At least somewhere in Legends ZA.
If I didn't hear about the fact that it was only going to be restricted to being in a city 90% of the time, and the cool Mega Evolution that you're used to seeing was going to be restricted to, okay, you might not be able to do online or not. Like, imagine being able to collect your Mega with someone online.
Well,
We don't know if there's online. We know that 90% of the game is restricted by city. 10% goes outside the city. Okay, where's exploration? Where is the catching the Pokemon, like really good Pokemon, like Absol and stuff like that? The Pokemon that are rare. How many Pokemon are gonna be in there? The game.
so if I were to take some guesses,
Just Megas.
I think it's kind of like Legends Arceus. That was mainly just the Sinnoh Dex. So I'm assuming that it's going to be the Kalos Dex.
I mean,
And when it comes to the... Sorry. When it comes to the Mega Evolutions in battle... I mean, Legends Arceus didn't really have PvP, did it? I don't remember it having PvP.
well, I don't mean PvP. I mean like, okay, like we're doing right now, type of multiplayer.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
guaranteed that it'll be that. So if I were to say not have it on a, you know, the Switch, if
Right.
you get what I mean, I don't have to, you know,
Right.
be with a friend or something like that because it won't be multiplayer.
I mean,
There wouldn't be a, oh, okay, we could play this game. No, it's not. It's multiplayer locked. Oh, okay.
this is Game Freak, so I'm totally wouldn't be surprised if this type of multiplayer is gonna skip to like Gen 10 because it's Game Freak. And they just do everything like every other game.
And even if it was, I'm not buying the Switch 2 because of the price and the game for that price.
Well,
I
the
don't
game is
care.
not Switch
I don't
2
care what
exclusive. You could just get it on the Switch.
Oh, with these graphics and with how bad it lags on the Switch?
Oh, yeah.
And with it's still the price of the game. And they can't guarantee that every game will be available for the Switch 1, by the way. They've said that in their announcement that they can't guarantee it.
Yeah,
A lot
so...
of games will be Switch 2 exclusive, so that you have to get the Switch 2, get the game, and then transfer it.
Oh, yeah,
to the Switch
probably.
1. They did not say that you can get it on the Switch 1. They said you have to buy the Switch 2 and exchange the Switch 2 game with the Switch 1. Like this game. If you want this game on better graphics, get the Switch 2, exchange this game onto the Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how like all those Switch versions work because I assume it's just if you have the Switch 1 variant and then you play it on a Switch 2, depending on the game, whether you have to pay for it or not, it just gets a free update when you're playing on the Switch 2. That's what this game is getting.
But then the DLCs and stuff will be
possible, but I haven't really seen Game Freak do DLC for one console but not the other one. But I wouldn't put it past Game Freak. I don't know. But yeah, the Switch 2 price, while I'm saving up for a Switch 2, I can understand why a lot of people would want to hold out.
No, I would not recommend. It's way too much even to save up for Switch 2. At that point, just get the other console. Steam Deck.
I do not have a Steam Deck.
Yeah, I would say get that instead.
Eh.
Oh, you said you're saving up for Switch 2, but that is much cheaper.
I hear the Switch 2 is technically more powerful than the Steam Deck.
Technically, no. No, it's not. It's not more powerful. It just came out that it's worse.
Really? Huh. I thought I heard it was more powerful. This was a little bit ago.
Model. Yes. Someone just leaked that it's a 21 model. I would say look at videos, and don't look at the videos that are promoting the Switch 2 and have a sponsor for Switch 2.
Oh, of
look
course.
At the videos that are the ones that are going through all of the hardware, all of the games. Don't look at the person that's just been playing it for 1 hour and says, I think it's good enough.
Right.
Don't buy it because that one person said the Switch 2 looks good. You're playing this game for hours on end, like me and you. We're gonna collab for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you want the Switch 2 to last for 3 hours. What happens to the Switch 1 after about maybe an hour and a half? It starts heating up, doesn't it?
Yeah, this game doesn't.
And
this
I'm being generous with that hour and a half.
the Switch 1 doesn't have a fan. That's why I keep the little I lowered the back of the dock so that way it airs out a little bit better.
And if they say the Switch 2 can only go for 2.5 hours, which is 1.5 more hours than the Switch 1, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Even if they say 3 hours. What if you want to go on vacation with your Switch and you want more than 3 hours on your Switch? 5 hours, 6 hours, it can't go for that. What if you wanted to make a YouTube video that's longer than 3? It's not worth it.
I don't know. Maybe I need to look into it a little bit more. One thing that I heard about the Switch 2 not playing every Switch 1 game, originally, when they first announced it, I thought it was really just referring to basically like the exceptions like Labo, where it like those 5 games where it's really only Switch 1 version, but like every other game. But now that we're hearing that this isn't really true backwards compatible, this is more like what Xbox does, and it's a little bit of emulation. So, yeah, maybe we do need a list of what Switch 1 games are going to be played. Just a little bit more info.
You can do whatever the heck you want. And I also don't like that all of the physical games that you can buy won't have the cartridge anymore of the game. It's just a download now.
That is not true.
To double, yes it is. It is
No,
true.
some games won't have it.
Not some games, all games. They said all games, not some.
I have not seen that. I've only seen that little symbol on certain games because it's like those it's like those physical boxes that are like digital only, kind of like we have stuff like that on Switch 1 where it's like, oh, you buy this game but it's only a download code. I've heard that those games do have a cartridge but then require the rest of the game to be downloaded, which we are used to that on other
physical
consoles.
Copies. Mario and the Donkey Kong game are going to be physical copies, but everything after that is a key to the game. They can't guarantee that ZA will be a physical copy or a key. They won't say until the game officially comes out. And if player base gets mad, then probably they'll change it to a physical copy. But each game after those two games are going to just be a key that acts as you to download. And they're probably going to be really scummy and said that ZA is going to be a key because they don't want people to emulate ZA.
Right. Yeah, I heard the keys were just... I heard the keys were just... They give you a cart with some of the game on it, and then you have to download the rest. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I heard that the key gives you access to the game. Like, downloading the game. But, okay, you get home, you get the key, and the key gives you access to the game, and then you download it. That's it.
To me, that is no different than what PlayStation does. That is no different than what PlayStation and Xbox does. So why are we getting mad at Nintendo for doing something that every other game company does? Is it a little bit scummy? Sure. I would like...
When I go to a store and when I look at the Xbox game and I open up the Xbox game, let's say the latest Xbox game, the game is there, it's not a key.
Oh, yeah.
When I open up a PS5 game, a new PS5 game, the game is physically there. I can physically touch it.
From what I heard about these...
Download some of it.
Well, that's the thing.
The key is an access key that allows you... Yeah, you're just leasing it, like my partner's saying.
But you still have the physical cartridge, though. You still have the physical cartridge, though, with these keys.
No, that's the thing. They're removing physical cartridge. That's what I've been trying to say.
Any
access to the physical cartridge is gone.
I've heard they give you the cartridge, and that cartridge just gives you access to the... makes you download it.
That's what the Switch 1 is doing. That cartridge. Switch 2 is no longer having those cartridges. What's going to be in the cartridge is a key to download. To give you access to then download the game. None of the other companies have that. All companies have a physical cartridge. You go to the store, you open up the game, and there's a physical cartridge of the game.
I don't know. It doesn't really sound like it's any different than what Sony and Microsoft do.
Games have a CD with Steam and a key. That's it. Yeah. And the key lets you, I guess, okay. And Steam has a key for you to get the game. And since Steam is doing, Yeah, but since Steam is doing it, then it's okay for Nintendo to do it, too. Yeah, but you don't buy it on Steam, is what my cat's saying.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a key. Key on Steam, which... Yes, but then if Steam goes away, then you don't have the game anymore.
Yeah, and that's the problem with digital games. At any point, the company could just take them off the server altogether and you don't lose it. Now, has Steam really done that? I don't really think so. My friend bought Deadpool on Steam. You can't buy Deadpool on Steam anymore, but you can still play if you already own it. But we have heard cases of, like...
You don't have to be online. You can play offline.
Oh, no. I'm saying you can't even buy Deadpool on Steam anymore. You can't even buy it. But if you already own the game, quote-unquote own, you can still play it. But there are some companies, I heard this with, like...
And you lose your whole library. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard cases, like, with movies, where I've heard of one company literally take everyone's digital movie off their digital account. So, it's not impossible.
Make it okay for a console game like Nintendo to do the same thing that PC is doing. And then fans of Nintendo say, well, PC's doing it and you can lose your digital copies anytime. We shouldn't hold the same standards as PC as console. Console should be better than PC. They want to be the superior race. They want to compete against PC. They should be showing better. They should be bringing in more customers. They should be trying their best to beat PC.
That's the thing.
It's a race against each other, but it's also a race against PC.
That's the thing. I feel like PC and consoles are like...
But actually...
I feel like PCs and consoles are two different beasts that's hard to compete with each other.
I agree.
But with PC, how are you gonna...
Of course they won't.
How are you gonna own games on PC without getting physical games? You're really not.
Yeah.
But
That's
at
not
least,
okay
as far
for
as I know,
console
Steam doesn't really
companies.
delete games out of your library.
Unless you get banned, yeah. But when you have the game, it's forever there. And you can take that game off from Steam and have it on your PC.
Yes.
Like, run it from your... just a desktop, because you own it.
Right.
And there's a whole bunch of emulators for a bunch of PC games, too. For people who can't afford it.
Right. But that's the thing. At any time, Steam could literally take the game out of your library for any reason. Or the company, I should mention. But that's... You may be able to play Deadpool if you already own it, quote-unquote. But at any time when, I think it's Warner Brothers, wants to take it off everyone's library, they could do that. So, like...
And I just hate that the console company's doing the exact same thing because they don't want to be better than the PC race, and then people excuse it as, oh, but PC's doing it, it's fine.
Yeah,
We should be holding companies at a higher standard than, oh, but PC's doing it, so it's fine. And then accepting it and then bending over backwards and buying.
but again, like, Sony and Microsoft have been doing stuff like this a lot longer than what Nintendo was doing. I'm not saying Nintendo's any better for doing this, but they're not any worse. It's just for some reason... I feel like Nintendo's getting a lot of hate for the Switch 2. Somewhat unnecessarily. Like, sure, you can... I can give a lot of complaints about Nintendo and the Switch 2, but I feel like there was a lot... A lot of hate.
On hard drive, you'll have the game forever. Like Deadpool. And if they remove it from Steam, then you have it on your hard drive.
No, I'm saying they could literally take it out of your game library, but yeah, I guess downloading, but...
Just the game library, but they can't tell you to not put it on your hard drive, or... they can remove all they want, but they can't tell you to remove it from your hard drive if you've already installed it on your hard drive.
I guess so.
That's your own shit. That's your own privacy. They'd have to brick your whole entire PC in order to get the game off your PC, which they can.
Right.
Yep, they will brick your Switch 2 for emulating the game.
Yeah, I've heard something about that.
Is stupid. That's one of the reasons why I'm just like, yes. Switch 2.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm still thinking of a Switch 2, but I'm just... I will admit, Nintendo's making it harder and harder for me to be convinced to buy one. I will say that.
If it contains volume, but that's but like my partner said, as soon as it goes on your hardware and you install it, if they remove it, it's still yours.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's yours. Windows can brick your PC if you have an online account as well. No, he said never happened, never mentioned it at all.
Hmm. Yeah, I've just heard cases where movie companies have gotten rid of people's digital libraries. So if they can do it, game companies could do the same thing. We just haven't really seen examples of it. But I do tend to be a physical collector when I can.
Yeah.
But like with the new Switch games, even if they're just the keys, like there's not much I can do when it comes to getting a physical copy. I either get the cartridge that has the download code or I just download the game. It's kind of the same, but at least I have the box, I guess. I don't know.
Sony didn't get far. Lifetime content until the license runs out.
I'm just wandering around, see if I can find any shinies. Oh, you're still by the tree coast. I've just been wandering around.
If you have a working console, then it's yours. Even if the license is gone, it's still yours.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we'll do BBQ.
Oh, it's fine. I've just been wandering around. Wandering around trying to see if any shinies can spawn in.
The one gullet is the only thing that spawned in.
Oh yeah, probably.
Poor gullet.
But yeah, I do need to look into a little bit more information about some of the Switch 2 stuff. I've just been a little bit behind on some of the info. Kind of hard to keep track sometimes.
And like I said, you don't have to listen to life. You can still buy it. Just
Oh yeah,
do whatever you want.
I know. But it is important to find out, like, the key thing. Again, I heard the key thing was you still have a cartridge, but you have to download most of the games. Or most of the game. But, you know, I just see that as no different. But if it's all... If it's just a cartridge to just make you download a digital game, then, yeah, that sucks. But I've seen Sony and Microsoft do that, too. So...
They have never done that.
Yeah,
They have never.
yeah, there are games for Sony and Microsoft where you buy the physical cartridge, the physical disc. You get the disc, but you have to download the game.
Which game?
Mostly the bigger ones, right?
Nope. Every time I enter the store and look at any bigger ones, there's a physical copy for all of them in my store.
Well, yeah, there's physical copies. Like, say for what was it? Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Yeah, like, the first game of each of those games is on the disc, but you have to download the rest of the game.
No. I mean, for Nintendo, they say that there won't be a disc at all. And Sony and Xbox has never done that. It's always been a disc. Something
Yeah.
a cartridge. Physical.
I'm pretty sure they have, like... I'm pretty sure stuff like Fortnite has done, like, physical boxes, but then just give you a code. But that might be the exception.
I don't think they've ever get a game with a code either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure games like Fortnite and those types of shooters have done it. Where you don't even get a disc, you just get, like, download codes. Again, I need to look into it. But I do think I thought for sure you do get cartridges on those key ones. I need to just look into it a little bit more. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. Someone in my chat is asking, well, we're shiny hunting. Just nothing in particular. Just kind of wandering around, see what we could find. But yeah, I think... I know for a fact Legends ZA is going to have a Switch 1 version. So, even if I don't get a Switch 2, I'll still probably pick that up. I gotta continue the Ribbon Challenge somehow.
I won't. 80% $80 for a game? No. No,
I think
too much.
I thought that one was 70. So far, all we know is Mario Kart is 80.
It might be 80 or 70. They said the prices might fluctuate between games. One game, like Mario Party, might be 80, and for example, they use Donkey Kong might be 70.
Yeah, I heard Donkey
So
Kong
it will
70,
depend on
Mario
when
Kart's
the
80.
release is. Yeah, it depends on the release. When they release, the price will come out, but usually games will be between 70 or 80, and I don't think that's fair. Especially for a game that's 90% in the fucking city. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, to
That's
be
not
fair
fair at
about the
all.
whole city thing, when I don't know too much about it, it could be done very well for all we know. Like,
Oh, I don't care how well it's done.
I don't
I
know.
don't care how well it's done. That I would rather spend $60 on a game like that than 80.
Okay.
Seriously, marking up the price to ZA.
I do agree with, like, I can handle 500 for a Switch 2, $80 for the games. That's what's really getting me, mostly.
I say it's not ZA is not worth it for that 80. And even if it goes down to 70, it still shouldn't be marketed up to 70 just for some megas and a city view that is a little bit higher quality. Oh look, as soon as okay, say that it looks nice is great and all that, but I can't buy the Switch 2. The
Okay.
Switch 1 can't handle nicer graphics, nicer cityscapes, nicer this, nicer that. The Switch 1 can't handle it for more than an hour and a half.
I mean,
And then it starts freaking itself.
here's the thing about the Switch 1. Like, yeah, it can't handle Pokemon, but that's because Game Freak just does a rush job of things. When I compare, like, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and then I compare it to, like, Xenoblade, those games look amazing, and they were made for the Switch. Or Xenoblade 2, at the very least, and 3. I haven't played 3. When those games look a ton better on the same console, it's just more telling me that it's Game Freak rushing Pokemon more than the Switch itself.
Yeah, I feel like it's either going to be rushed or it's going to brick itself on the Switch 1.
Oh, it's
going
Game
by
Freak,
the-
so I expect it to be
It's gonna
rushed.
be probably a little bit of buggy mess,
Oh, yeah.
but it's probably only gonna be a little bit of a buggy mess for the first couple of weeks on the Switch 1. And you know what Game Freak's probably gonna say when it becomes a buggy mess? Hey, you can buy the Switch 2. Also, by the way, Doug Bowser,
Oh, yeah.
great guy. If you can't afford the Switch 2, buy the Switch 1.
Yeah, that gave me Microsoft energy. And you want to know why? I heard that Doug Bowser used to work for, like, one of those companies like EA. It was either EA, Activision, one of those companies.
Henry, it's still a buggy mess to this day. The Game Freak have went out their way after weeks of having no updates to say to their player base that they're not updating the game because this is how it's intended. I'm not kidding, and I quote from Game Freak that this is how the game is. This is it. The buggy mess that's still a buggy mess, and frame dropping is how the game is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So people made that quote into memes, videos of how buggy Scarlet and Violet can be, until after a month of going back and forth between Game Freak and the player base, they finally fixed it.
Yeah. Game
And
Freak
it's
is
not even
not...
perfect.
Game Freak won't update their games for whatever reason. Like, I think that's more of a Game Freak problem mainly. Because they just don't want to. They'll update the game whenever there's like a DLC or like a major update, like with Legends Arceus. Or in this case, once we get the Switch 2, they're supposedly gonna run better if you play it on the Switch 2. But Game Freak just doesn't do patch updates to make the game run better. They don't do that. Some other companies would though.
I don't care if it's bad on release. I know games can be bad on release day, but it took them a month to fix release date bugs.
Yeah, I think that's just more of Game Freak's incompetency.
And if that happens again, where ZA comes out and the Switch 1 and it's laggy for a month of bugs, laggy, frame drops, 5 FPS, if there's multiplayer, you can barely play on I am barely playing on multiplayer without my Switch One having itself semi-brick itself every so often.
I don't know what you're talking about it bricking. I have never done multiplayer on Switch and it bricks on me. I can't think of a case where that's happened.
Not brick, but I mean like lag.
Oh,
like
lag.
Well, I've had it to where it got to 5 FPS and I really thought the game was gonna crash.
Oh.
And it does that after like an hour and a half. I'm just like, okay, well, I gotta put a fan on it so I can play for 2 more hours. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I really see that problem. Again, I lower the flap down on the back of the dock so that way it airs out a bit better.
You shouldn't have to do that.
I agree. I shouldn't have to do that. I agree.
And I shouldn't have to put a fan on my Nintendo Switch for it to stop lagging so badly. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take a picture.
Again, when I play other games that's not Pokemon, I don't really have any issues. So, to me, it's just a Game Freak problem. Because they're just not wanting to do anything about fixing their games.
And I really feel like that the CA will be quite similar. I'm not saying they'll be the same, of course, but I feel like because of that, the games will be quite similar in the case that I'm not gonna want to buy it for $70, $80 because, like, I'm gonna be that person that waits the full month before I'm just like, yeah.
That's fair.
Where's the emulator already?
That's fair.
Like, at that point, I'm just like, nah. Ooh, look at that frame drop. I love that frame drop. Did you love that frame drop? Fucking love this game. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, I just see it more as a Game Freak issue more than just a Switch problem. Because when I play other games like Breath of the Wild, that game runs really well for the Switch, and that's a big open world game. Xenoblade games run really well on the Switch, because they were kind of made for them in mind. And they actually are competent when they're making games. And if there are major problems, like major glitches, they tend to fix them.
Oh yeah.
Game Freak is not the... Game Freak doesn't really do that.
Just never look up how many bugs.
Oh, I already know that these games have a lot of bugs. But you know what's funny? I see a lot of the bugs for this game, like on the internet, like a lot of people got the major bugs. That hasn't really happened to me so much. I've had clippings, sure, but like all the characters like spinning around or something, I've never really had that.
Have you had the one where you're facing the windmill and the game kills the windmill at 5 FPS?
Oh, that's just the game running badly. Yes, everyone has that. I'm talking about a case where it's like randomly a character's just spinning out for no reason. You know.
No, yeah, at the start of the game, during the cutscenes, when the characters are, kicking their feet, my game almost crashed during that both times.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I had to put a fan on it because I was like, when is the cutscene gonna be ending? Okay. Game break? Game break what?
Man, I'm not finding anything.
Pretty much almost everyone had that problem on release day, where the children that were kicking their feet, they were like, one person had it so one of the students were almost glitching out of their chair.
Oh yeah.
One person complained that they thought that the game crashed, like me, basically almost crashed. They thought the game like froze. They thought that they had to redo the whole entire cutscene. Someone was like, okay, do I press anything? Like computer per se? Because it was really taking a long time to load. And it was more than a 5-second complaint.
Right.
Okay, what do I press next? It was like a whole minute of just, okay, Game Freak, what do I press next?
Yeah, when you look in those classroom settings, you can see all the other characters just not have that, like, have 5 frames of animation, and it's very laggy.
Yeah, that moment was when I was like, is it still like that?
Although, I'll say this, I did not get this game myself. A friend got it for me, so... Actually, the only Pokemon games I bought myself on Switch, at least the mainline stuff, was Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. But that was like the first of the Switch ones, so we didn't really know what was going to happen. And what was the other one? I bought Legends Arceus, because that game looked fun. And I heard from a friend that it was fun. And with its tech issues, sure, I still had a lot of fun in Legends Arceus. I just wish it had more polish. But then, sometime last year, I bought myself a used copy of Sword because I needed it to do a ribbon challenge. If I wasn't doing that, I would not have bought in Gen 8. I still wouldn't own that game. Where's the... I'm going in the complete opposite direction. Yeah, I refused to buy Gen 8 for the longest time. To me, like, when that was all happening, you know, they were talking about how the Dexit thing, right? You know, not every Pokemon's going to be in the Pokedex. And to me, even when I was a kid, I knew for a fact that there was going to be a point where not every Pokemon was going to be available. I just figured after a certain point, there's just going to be too much. I always expected that. My problem, though, is them lying to us on why they were doing that. That's my issue.
No. Yep, and then in the DLC... No, at first I think they claimed that there'll be all of the Dex Pokemon in the DLC. And then when the DLC released, they can't do that.
I didn't hear that.
Like, it's like they made a promise that they couldn't keep. Yeah, someone said that on a YouTube video that it was originally that... Okay, everyone wait till the DLC. So everyone got really excited for the DLC to release, that maybe the full Pokédex will be released.
So I did not hear that they were going to bring back all the Pokemon back in the DLC. What they did say when they originally said the Dex Cut was happening, though, was they said, oh, we're doing the Dex Cut because the Pokemon we're going to bring in are going to have new animations and new stuff like that. And when people ripped the models off and compared them, people just found that they were just the same models from the 3DS games. So, once we figured that out, very quickly, Game Freak lied on why they were cutting the Pokemon. So, like,
yeah,
that
only lie that I heard was how Nintendo fans started to be hype about the DLC because the DLC, quote unquote, will have all the Pokemon.
Yeah, I never heard them officially say
And I
that.
was like, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I never heard them officially say
Quote,
that.
it never happened. It never happened. Them adding all of the Pokemon. They released the starters, good for them, but after how long of everyone begging for them to release something in this game?
Yeah. Yeah, there's still plenty of Pokemon that you can't get in Gen 8 in this game.
Fanboy.
But yeah, I actually stayed away from Pokemon a lot after Gen 8 started. Actually, some of the games that I picked up were not even picked up by me. My friend just, like, got me as, like, a Christmas thing or something. And I'm like, okay. And I'll tell you, I really did not like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I played through Shining Pearl because my friend's like, hey, do you want to, if I picked up Shining Pearl, would you get me the exclusives? I'm like, sure. I'll play it. I wasn't gonna pick up that game because I really didn't like how it was looking. And I hate that game so much. It is bad. And like the game just isn't good. But when near the end, like in post game, I was trying to get some of the legendaries, so it'd be like, okay, I can trade my friend these legendaries so they can be in the decks. I just quit because what you had to do to get those legendaries was the final straw. Like all the random grinding you have to do.
The shiny locking of the starters and the legendaries really kind of put me on like, oh my god, they're gonna do the same thing.
Well, they've been shiny locking legendaries since Gen 5.
I mean, that's fine and all, but like, they don't give a reason. Like the starters, they don't give a reason why these starters are shiny locked.
Yeah, I don't know
like
either.
Every other game, shiny lock, not shiny lock, shiny lock, not shiny lock. or most recently, almost all of them have been shiny locked, and you get to breed them, which is fine.
Yeah.
People that like that stuff. For me, I'm just like, I don't want to grind eggs.
For me, grinding eggs is one of those things where you have something on in the background and you just kind of hatch eggs, you know. It's something you do, like, in the background. I could sometimes find it relaxing. Where's my camera?
Yeah, there's never really been a good enough reason for me to continue with Nintendo games.
That's fair.
Like, I saw the Donkey Kong trailer, and then I saw price tag of $70, so I'm just like, is that a good enough reason? Could I just, like, somehow wait till someone, you know?
I mean, Donkey Kong to me looks really good. To me, it looked like Odyssey 2.
But I don't think it's a good enough reason to buy a Switch and buy the game. Does it take a photo of something swimming?
I don't know. Donkey Kong looks like a system seller to me, because to me, it's like Odyssey 2. So, and Odyssey was a really good game.
Not for...
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, but not for me.
That's fair.
Unless I can get, like, a whole bunch of people that donate and say, here, buy a Nintendo Switch for your... or Switch 2 for your birthday or Christmas. Well, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
But for me, because I stream a lot of Nintendo stuff going forward, I just think it's a smart idea for me to kind of go for it, because a lot of the games I do stream, I can utilize the Switch. Like, I play a lot of Fire Emblem, a lot of Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Mario. To me, I just think I can get some use out of it. Even if I'm not getting every game as soon as they come out. It will give me the option in the future. But I'll be honest, if I wasn't streaming, I probably would wait a while on the Switch too.
Even if I don't play it on the same day that it releases, and even if other people are streaming it, I'm not gonna be mad, or I'm not gonna be like, I should hurry up and buy it.
Right.
Like I said, I'm just gonna wait till, like, someone either donates to give it to me, and I could be like, hey, I don't have money, I'm broke.
I'm broke too, but I'm broke too, but I gotta save up for everything. But yeah. It's all grind.
That's why I don't have any other consoles other than the Switch.
I do have PlayStation 4. I don't have a 5 though. And I'm definitely not getting a 5 Pro, that's for sure. That's a waste of money. A few extra, no, like what, an extra $300 for AI generated texture upgrades? No thanks. And that's all it does.
I saw that you can't even put the CD in anymore.
Yeah, the Pro version doesn't have a CD version, yeah.
What the fuck is up with that?
Yeah,
Isn't that the whole point of the PS5? I'm just asking.
No, remember, the PS5 has two versions. One where it's digital only, and one that actually has a disc drive, and that one's $100 more.
The PS5 has a disc version, which is $100 more.
Then the base version, yes. The base version is like $400, I believe, and that one you cannot play physical games. But if you want a PS5 with the disc drive, that's an extra $100. And so that's like $500 right there.
People have been soldering their own disc drive to the PS5, by the way, and selling it online. I just want to...
How much do you save on that?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I don't want to buy anything.
Because I'm assuming they're buying a digital, the digital version of the PS5, and if they're soldering on a disc drive onto it, it's got to be less than $100 for it to be worth it. But at least the one potential benefit of the disc PS5 is the PS4 games you play might run better, possibly. But that would be the only reason I would get a PS5 at this point, because there aren't many PlayStation 5 games that I actually want. I'm just wandering around, just seeing if I can find anything. I haven't found a shiny. Has my timer run out for the...
I think so.
Probably.
I think my one bullet still this whole entire sandwich.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go buy another meal, I think. How much BP do I have?
PS5 only works for registered disk drives. Nice. Nice car.
Haven't found any shinies. I believe Ellie has found a shiny Golurk so far. I haven't been lucky on shiny. Golett, thank you. Yeah, so one shiny today. I'm going back to the cafeteria, see if I can reset that. I'm pretty sure it's run out by now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset that. Not getting any luck on shinies right now.
Single Golett. What's the one that I got?
Alright. Terrarium, there it is.
Can you catch a poison type Pokemon?
Poison?
I don't know where one is.
Yeah, where's a poison? Oh, Finonat's poison. There's one nearby, I think, somewhere.
Sorry, I don't know the map too well, so I just
I just had to think what poison type Pokemon are in this are in the DLC right now. There's Venonats around here somewhere. Eventually, I'll find one.
I've been recently playing this fan-made game. It's called Pokemon Evolved.
Okay.
And they continue to evolve after their original form.
Oh, really?
I can show it on the stream. Yeah.
Oh.
Then you get to a safe place where Pokemon don't attack. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm not wasting the sandwich. I have a bunch of BP. I can just buy another one. Oh!
Yeah, the only Pokemon fan game I have played, although I haven't booted it up in a while, is Pokerogue.
Have you ever played Pokemon Infinite?
Infinite Fusion, I have not.
That's also a good game. That's also a really good game. You get to mix and match Pokemon.
Nice. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't dipped my toe into Pokemon fan games at all. I think part of me got burned out by Pokemon, and I've actually just been playing a little bit of Ruby here and there. Make a salty sandwich,
Yeah,
pick up a...
burned out by looking at my Switch. Hang on. Some of chat is blocking the game. God. Protect the game from chat. There we go.
But yeah, I kind of went back to Ruby a little bit to work on my living decks. I've just been kind of level grinding here and there.
Are you ready to see the amazing Pokemon evolve? It's above your head, by the way.
It's
His
above-
chat was blocking it.
Oh, I think I gotta pull your stream back up on my other monitor. Give me a sec. Luckily, it's right there. Okay, I just see a white screen on there. Wait, there it is.
Oh, wait. Is it still white?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Ghost. I see Ghost.
Hey, God, sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of got into a battle with a ghost.
Okay.
Don't worry about Bubbles, he's fine. Anyway, this is Bubbles, he's fine.
Bubbles? I don't see anything. It's just kind of stuck on Wild Ghost appeared.
Oh, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Let me see. Let me full screen that so I can see. Fortoise, a water steel type. So it's a Blastoise, and what's it mixed with?
not Pokemon Fusion. This is more Pokemon, but they keep evolving.
Oh.
He is Blastoise. He evolved again.
Oh, Blastoise just evolved again. Okay, I get it.
Yep. And this is Butterfree. He is angry at all times. He's a bug fire type, probably the best in this game ever has. For some odd reasons, I can't get rid of this Butterfree because of the bug fire type.
It kind of makes me think.
Anyway,
I was gonna say Volcarona, but angrier.
This is just a regular Machamp in Gen 1. Of course.
Machamp is still Machamp.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a Crobat?
Crobat. Yep.
Crobat, but like an Eldritch Horror.
Yep. And of course, this is Gyarados. Of course.
Gyarados is even angrier.
And then I just have a regular native.
Oh wait, don't I have a shiny Volbeat? Or no, Volbeat? Now I need to double check.
Oh god. Now the excessive ghosts are gonna try to take me out.
Now I'm trying to remember if I actually have this other shiny now that I've been reminded that this Pokemon exists. It might be confusing other games. Also, I really hate that it has to load the Pokemon in the dex when you're looking through boxes.
Oh yeah.
I have to, like,
The deck.
just wait a second for it to, like, load just to
Here
see
is
what
the
Pokemon in
Pokedex.
here. I'm not seeing Vol. Oh, wait, no, Volbeat's in... Volbeat's in this DLC ability. Okay, I don't have a shiny. I thought I had a shiny. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Pokemon game with Volbeat.
So, for the dex of this game, you have Bulbasaur, of course, Ivysaur, of course, Venusaur, and,
Echosaur?
Yeah, he's a killer fire. Please kill this man with fire.
Looks like it's, like, melting.
It does. It does. I don't think I have the Charizard evolution.
Man, where are the Pokemon? I somehow just avoid, like, every Pokemon when I'm wandering around. I'm not even dashing. I'm
yeah,
just
the
wandering around.
The
But
one
yeah,
before Butterfree is Butterflare.
Butterflare?
Boy.
Oh, so it has...
He's before Angry Boy.
How many evolutions does each Pokemon get extras for?
Let's go all the way up.
Like,
After Venusaur, it's 1, 2, 3. Until Charmander.
oh, so each Pokemon gets, like, 3 extra evolutions, then?
That depends on the Pokemon. Like,
Okay.
For Caterpie, it goes 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I just get 2, and sometimes they get 3, but that depends.
Are there times where they only get 1 extra evolution?
Not really what I've seen.
Kind of glancing over there, and I...
Larval.
Oh, it yeah, I was gonna say, did Arbok get one? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He gets another one, and I can't wait for that.
So most of them get 2 or 3. Okay. That's interesting.
There's probably one that only gets 1, and I haven't found it yet.
It'll be far-fetched.
My favorite so far that I have seen is this. It's not far-fetched. Trust me, I have seen far-fetched. I have seen the evolution. I have not. I can't even. I just hope whatever I saw was a far-fetched evolution. Because if not, oh boy, what else is in this game?
Actually, a different question about that. For some of the Pokemon that got evolutions later, like Lickitung, is Licky in the game and then they add more evolutions after that? Or is it just Lickitung?
Licky in the game. Yep, I've seen Lickitung and Licky
Okay.
both in the game.
Wasn't sure how they handled it.
But as for Eevee does not get Umbreon, Sylveon, or Espeon.
Wait,
Eevee
why not
gets
Umbreon and
Vaporeon,
Espeon?
Flareon, and Sylveon.
Why not Umbreon and Espeon? They were originally in Ruby and Fire Red, Leaf Green. Or did you mean Leafeon and Glaceon?
Yeah, I think Leafeon and Glaceon.
Okay, I was a little confused. I'm like, why'd they take out Umbreon and Espeon?
Glaceon, Glaceon, and Sylveon are not. I don't think are in the game.
Are those the
But I
exceptions
have,
then?
I think so because I haven't looked through everything because I haven't found all of them.
Okay.
I hope it's not the exception. I hope there's like more in here. Like look at Nidoqueen and Nidoking. They both have two, and I'm really curious now that I have both what they're gonna evolve into. Then use my Moonstone that I was given. Then there's the Fable, it's a Fairy, Vulpix, and Ninetales. That means Ninetales has a continual evolution. Here's Wigglytuff.
Yeah, it seems like most of them have just 2 extra evolutions. I think starters look like they have 3, but most of them look like they have 2. See, I don't have Farfetch, so I'm just gonna assume that these two are Farfetch's evolution. Farfowl
Don't
and
freak
Foul.
out now.
Yeah, those are definitely.
And then there was this that showed up, and I was like, oh!
Oh, let me get a better look at that one.
Farfetch, you good?
Is it like a ghost Farfetch'd or something? Oh, is it?
Oh, the one that caught it.
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess on what's going on there. So with the new evolution, it's more of a goose, I think, but it still looks relatively normal. It kind of looks like Galarian Farfetch with a longer neck, but that one looks like a ghost, meaning someone killed it and ate it.
Oh god! If it turns into a ghost type, it's probably gonna be a very powerful Pokemon if that turns into a ghost type, especially if it's what you're saying, like maybe Ghost Water. But Ghost Water, that would be very much not a... I don't know. Probably it's Ghost Flying. I'm gonna guess it's Ghost Flying.
I doubt it will be normal Ghost.
It'd be too overpowered if it's Ghost Water, because... I mean, it's not like Butterfree isn't overpowered already.
Well, isn't Jelly Scent really good? You know, for a Ghost Water type? Just in general?
That's what... That's why I said if it's Ghost Water type, it's probably like the best in this game.
Well,
because we're thinking Gen 1.
yeah.
With no changed gym leaders. Nothing has been changed except for the Pokemon keep evolving.
Oh.
So if we think gym leader wise, Ghost Water would definitely be very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since I've already defeated Brock. So that gets the weakness of Ghost Water out the way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But yeah, the only Pokemon fan game I played was Pokerogue. And that does a lot of cool things, but like that's just something I booted up when I'm bored here and there. But to be honest, I just kind of got burnt out of Pokemon for a while. I've just been playing other stuff.
Yeah, understandable. When I saw this fanmade game on a YouTube video, I was like, oh, I should get back into playing not just one Pokemon fan-made game, because I wasn't playing any other Pokemon game except for one fan-made game when I got bored every now and then to be like, oh, this is so funny, this would be funny for a stream, and I did a shiny only run, which made it even more fun to get back into the shiny only run. Seeing the different type of fusions, how their shinies look, mixing and matching. One of the shiny Pokemon I have is Murkrow fused with Murkrow, and he's just called the Boys.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen that image. It's just a murder of Murkrow. That's it.
Yep. Yes, it is. You saw my boy. Just don't look at them too hard, because then one of them is gonna start judging you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what'd I run into? Dealing.
I think it's the funniest sprite that I've ever seen. My boys.
You see, I'm a little insane when it comes to when I play games. I tend to 100% a lot of stuff. Like, that's part of the reason why I haven't really played much Pokemon on stream. That's part of the reason why I haven't really played much Pokemon on stream. Because I just think of the potential Pokemon Conquest streams and how long that's going to take me. Have you ever played Pokemon Conquest before?
No.
It is one of the greatest Pokemon spin-off games.
With this game, it gives, like, with this one that I'm showing you, Pokemon Evolve, it gives you more of a reason to complete the Pokedex. You're just like, oh, what's this one evolve into? And what's this one evolve into? And how do I get the evolution for this one? I think this one would be more suited to you.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you like the completing the things, because it gives you a reward for completing it, like a continuous reward that you can be like, ah, now that I got that one done, I want to get this one done.
Well, that's just like any Pokemon game. You know, I tend to do a lot of living
Well, no, I
dexes,
know
so
that.
like any new generation, be like,
No,
oh, what's
I
this gonna
know
evolve
that.
into? You know.
No, I mean like this one gives you like more choices. It's not like it stops at level 30.
Right.
Thank you for the alert, Dark Soul. Since the chieftain's fear is language they use to terrify someone claims it's not like this will be attitude of the
But no,
yeah,
seriously,
Doug Bowser.
if
Doug
you've
Bowser.
never looked into Pokemon Conquest, it is such a good game. It's just too bad it came out on the DS right when the 3DS was out.
Understandable. Why am I ultra small? Wait, okay. If I'm gonna be ultra small, okay, I'm just gonna make myself onto the Pokemon that have evolved game. I'll go with Scott over here. Scott, you go over here. Yeah, you go over
But yeah,
here, and
Ozzy,
I'll do the rest of the game.
well, we're kind of in between. Eventually, I dread Pokemon Conquest streams because I know I'm gonna go for everything again, and it's gonna take forever. But Pokemon Conquest is really
That's
good.
why I recommend this game. I recommend this game because, hey, if you go on forever, you get like actually rewarded for going on forever and ever and ever and ever, and you're just like, this Pokemon has 2 other evolutions, as you said. This one has 3, and this one has, you know, and then you keep going.
But yeah, Pokemon Conquest is basically, hey, let's take Nobunaga's ambition and do a crossover with Pokemon, and so it's basically a Fire Emblem game with Pokemon characters in it, or I should say with Pokemon in it, just not Pokemon characters. They did it was a crossover with like the Samurai Warriors characters. If you ever seen any of those Dynasty Warriors games. But the gameplay style is like a Fire Emblem type game. It's so underrated, and I'm so upset that we're never going to get a sequel to Pokemon Conquest.
I still adore fan-made games like this.
Right.
It makes me get back into, you know, the game without having to spend money, because these are free.
Yeah, to me, I just find like a bunch of other games I can play.
Well, I also play other games too. It's not just it.
Yeah. If I'm not in a Pokemon mood, I could play some
Or
Donkey
random
Kong
thing,
or
one of-
something. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going.
I'm just straight up playing a different game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see that.
I got so sucked into it. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not getting any luck on shinies anyway, but I'm still wandering around. Because maybe I'll find something.
I need it bigger.
I bet you I probably walked past the shiny, but it's one of the shinies that barely looks any different, and so I never noticed.
I always feel that. Like every single time. So yeah, look at my rat.
Let me see. Oh, I need...
Gross. Why'd they make him so gross?
It looks like a fusion between Raticate and then the normal Raticate and the Alolan version, but just like got drunk and is just sleeping in the trash, you know?
See, I can't tell if this fan-made game came out before or after the Alolan game, because they got really close to what the Farfetch'd evolution looks like.
Yeah, like...
The leak and everything, but not too close to it. But
yeah,
then
that first
for
Farfetch'd
Raticate,
evolution...
They didn't do Alolan.
That first Farfetch'd evolution kind of looks similar to Galarian Farfetch'd. Oh, I found something!
Oh,
Shiny Tyrogue.
nice. First shiny.
First shiny for me, and you know what's great about this? It can evolve into 3 different evolutions, so I have to choose.
Just make sure you put the right stats in.
I'll save scum it.
Ah. Poor Tyro. Eternally doomed to forever be safe scums until you get the right one.
Yeah, just give it the right vitamins. And it's just like, no, I don't want Hitmonchan. He sucks. Reset. Give it different vitamins. There. I've accomplished something today. Now I'm satisfied.
Other than me going on a rant about Pokemon Evolved.
That's fine.
Playing it.
It's fine. I found a shiny. That's all I needed. Add it to the list that's just gonna get chucked into the box.
R.I.P. Tyro.
I gotta look at this Plusle because I know shiny Plusle is just a slightly darker shade of whatever of red.
I love Blossom and Lionel.
At least Minun is.
Don't forget to stare really hard at Joltik too.
Yeah. Pay attention to its eyes. It's only slightly different.
My poor buddy.
Actually, Temple is also one that... I really hate Temple, honestly. That's one I would breed for, to be honest. The very small ones where you can't tell the difference. I don't want to really risk the... Is that shiny? Is it? I can't tell. At least when you're hatching eggs, it will do the sparkle animation. It's hard to miss.
Guess on the screen which Pokemon this evolved from.
Let's see. Okay, I could see that it's a Fearow because it's like Sneero.
Aw.
But
Dang
it
I
looks...
should've not showed the name.
It looks like Galarian Moltres a little bit, honestly.
It is Miro, but I shouldn't have showed the name because the name kind of gives it away.
Yeah, I know.
Miro.
Wouldn't it be great if some shiny Pokemon just, you know, they actually went back and changed some of them? Actually, you know what shiny Pokemon I want Game Freak to go and freaking fix? I don't care if we can if we have to retcon it. I want Nidoqueen to get retconned for her shiny. I hate that it's green. It needed to be pink.
I can agree with that.
Like, that's a shiny I'm okay with retconning. Because when I played Silver as a kid, obviously not counting the red Gyarados, the only shiny I got was I found a shiny Nidorino. And I was trying to find Chansey, and I just found a shiny Nidorino. And it's blue, and it looks so cool. Getting into Nidoking just looks very cool. But then, when you look at Nidoran Female, you can see the first two evolutions of Nidoran Female are pink. So, you can see how one's blue, one's pink. They're just being the opposite colors of the other Nidoran. But then Nidoqueen just decides to break that trend and be green. And, like, ugly puke green, too. It's, like, not even a good color of green. It's like, you broke the rule. Why? Why'd you do this? And they never went back and fixed it. They never fixed it. And it upsets me.
It goes on me to join them in the Shadow Realm, and I don't want to join them in the Shadow Realm.
Oh, speaking of shinies. Have you played the GameCube games like Pokemon Coliseum or XD?
Nope. I never had a
GameCube?
DS.
No, those are GameCube.
Yes.
Okay. Did you know that shiny Pokemon in those games are completely different colors than even the ones from the Game Boy Advance games?
I played the Pokemon Rumble.
Pokemon Rumble? I've only played like 2 of those games.
That was the only Game Boy game that I played that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, no, Coliseum and XD are on the GameCube. And the shiny colors for Pokemon in there are completely different than the mainline games. So you can get a shiny Diglett in Fire Red, and it will just be the blue nose Diglett, right? But if you transfer it over to Pokemon Coliseum or XD, The shiny Diglett is like a green color, like a watermelon green. Like the whole Diglett, not just the nose. And it's because when not Creature Seek, I forget the company who made Coliseum and XD. They just made shinies from the ground up for that game. So you'll just get completely different shiny colors. Just randomly. I think that's just a normal Beldum. With Beldum, I can't tell, but only because of the light reflection. Once I get close and change the camera angle, I can see that's blue. You know what? I might have to find that image of shiny Diglett. Pokemon... let's see. Shiny differences. I need to, like... It's, like, drastic. Can I... Oh, I'm not really finding much. Thanks, Internet. You're not helping. I'll worry about it later. But yeah, honestly, some of the Pokemon that could also be retconned for shininess is like Gengar and Garchomp. You can't tell. You can't tell what they look like. And you know what sucks? At least in Garchomp's case, there's no reason for the shiny to be, like, barely different. Because the previous forms had the light blue, yellow look. Like, it was more distinct. But shiny Garchomp barely changes. But there's no reason for it to be that way. Like, it had to have been intentional.
Oh my god!
You find something? Oh yeah, you're just playing your other thing.
The evolution for Ninetales!
Which one? The first evolution or the second one?
I think it's... I can't tell. Is it the first one? I think it is because the tails aren't changed, the faces changed, and it has like this little neck thing. It's called Spirit Tails, so I'm going to assume that this is the first one.
Okay. It'll probably end up being Ghost type. I could see Ninetales becoming Ghost.
Here, Ghost type.
But yeah, when I played through Pokemon Sword, just so I could beat the game, so I could get a few ribbons, I did randomly find a shiny Rufflet. I think it's still in the game, but...
No, you can't bash your
That's
skull
all I
against
did.
the enemies. Bubbles.
I don't even know what some of these shinies look like. Actually, is the Piplups? Are they still here? They are still here.
Yeah, if you want to strain your eyes at Piplup, barely changing.
Yeah, I know. Just kind of... Again, I'm just wandering around, be like, oh, I didn't even go over there and check.
No worries.
But yeah, in Legends Arceus, I did some shiny alpha hunts. Specifically. So I have a few shiny alphas. I don't fully remember all the ones I got, but I do know I have a shiny alpha Crobat. Like, that's the only one I remember at the moment. I haven't booted the game up in a while.
This is definitely a ghost type. Because two of these people now sent out this far-fetched final evolution.
So I was right.
Someone
Finally ate the Farfetch'd. Someone finally ate him.
I'm guessing because I'm in the tower. You know the tower where you get the Silph.
Yeah, Lavender Tower.
And you have to fight off the ghosts? Yeah, I'm fighting these ghosts and they always are known to... Oh! The Angie is evolving! They're always known to throw at me some ghost types. You know, some Gengars, Haunters, shit like that.
Yeah,
It
of
has
course.
to be a ghost type if they're throwing it at me.
It has to be. Someone finally ate the Farfetch'd.
Holy shit.
Let me take a look at this Butterfree. Wow, that's a very angry Butterfree that is looking more like Venonat, honestly.
It is.
Yeah, if you look at his face, it looks very Venonat.
That is true.
Which, I mean, that goes with the theory that Butterfree and Venomoth were swapped in early development. Like, there's a theory that Butterfree was going to be the evolution to Venonat, and Venomoth was going to be the final evolution to Caterpie. Because if you look at certain design details, they just look very similar and makes more sense. If it is true, I've heard the reason they swapped it was because as an early game bug, I think people liked Butterfree more as a early game bug. It looks prettier, I guess. But again, I don't know how true that is.
I like it a lot now, even if it's even more grumpier than it was before.
It's very angry. Nothing in here.
I think I should finally change his name. I've recently been calling it Angry Free.
Now you need to call it Very Angry Free.
Very Angry Free. I don't think that'll fit in the name thing.
It just makes me think... Okay, it makes me think of this Kirby joke. I don't know if you ever watched Game Grumps, but there was like this Game Grumps animation, and during the... I don't know why, but like during like an interlude in like one of these animations, someone just drew like a Kirby game box, and it's like, Kirby starring in Kirby's Funky Pissed. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I see it. I don't know why. It just made me think of that. I have a lot of trainers that I just never fought. Honestly, I didn't really care to fight many trainers in this game. I don't know why. I just kind of avoided a lot of the trainer battles. Pretty sure Seal is also another Pokemon that barely changes.
Extra hand? What did they do? What did they do to the boy?
Okay,
oh
you're getting him a champ.
No
He's gonna get more arms. I'm guessing he's getting more arms.
Oh.
Okay, hold on, let me get a better look. Oh no, he just has anchor arms. Two of his arms got...
What do you mean by that?
The anchor arms? Have you not seen SpongeBob?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he just got anchor arms. He put anchor arms over two of his arms, so now they're even bigger.
I think he's a Hulk reference, by the way.
Probably,
He's
but
literally a Hulk reference.
Now he's a jerk and everybody loves him.
Oh?
It's SpongeBob.
Oh.
It's SpongeBob. It was like season 1. The anchor arms, where SpongeBob just got fake muscles.
He's quite literally called Hulk.
Oh, is it? Yeah, let me see. What's his name? Oh, another thing's evolving.
You good? Nidoking, you good?
Honestly, I could barely tell you that was Nidoking. I couldn't even tell you.
You don't think this is no longer Nidoking? He's
Nidorulean? Oh, okay, Ruly. Okay, I could see the name, but he's not a kin anymore. He's a ruler.
Have a fun time.
Yeah, can you pull up the?
Everyone have a fun time evolving.
Yeah, can you pull him up? Let me see.
He's still a fighting type. That's good.
Mock Hulk. Okay, yeah, definitely go with the Hulk route. I could see that.
That's why I said he goes with the Hulk route.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I was just making an anchor arms joke.
No, yeah, I got your joke, but I was like, but he has Hulk in his name.
I did not catch the name. That's the thing. I didn't catch it.
Yeah. His nickname is one. But
Yeah, let me see the Nidoking.
Does that mean that the Nidoqueen's gonna be not a ruler? Huh.
Nido.
That makes me so confused about
It could be like Nido Arc, like Matriarch, maybe. Something go with a name similar to that.
Oh yeah.
Is that black part of the sprite supposed to be like a cape or something?
Yes, that's his cape.
To be honest,
Because he's a ruler.
yeah. To be honest, I could barely tell you that sprite was supposed to be for Nidoking. That one's a little bit hard to tell, a little bit. At least with Machamp, you could tell it's just Machamp, but given the gamma rays. Gamma radiation.
Yeah.
So wait, is Shiny Machamp or Mac Hulk just Red Hulk?
I don't know. I don't know if they're shinies in this game. I've never bothered to check. I just play the game.
I would think it would be Red Hulk.
Blastoise, can you stand up instead of showing us your shell? He's like, no. No, please. But yeah, some of these are really good.
Now you're just waiting for the Metagross evolution. It's gonna get more Beldum arms.
Oh yeah, I haven't found the group that I haven't even seen that one either.
Actually, so
I love
that game is based on Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm assuming it'll get all the Gen 3 evolutions, but is there like a variant for Ruby and Sapphire? Or is it just that all the Pokemon from Hoenn are just catchable somewhere else?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I haven't played through everything.
Because what I'm not sure is if they would make that game for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. And I doubt they could make them trade together. I don't know how you would. Actually, that's a question. How do you get Machamp anyway? Is it still a trade evolution? Is there like a trade back kid or something?
Nope, you just evolved.
Oh, they just changed it to like level 36 or something.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was Pokemon Clear Crystal, that ROM hack of Crystal, they added a trade back kid where it's like an in-game trade, and all it is just gives you a way to get the trade evolutions by yourself. That's why he's called the trade back kid. He'll trade your Pokemon back to you.
Oh, I can't go upstairs. You know, I thought this would be easy for me to get up the Silph Skull and get the Silph thing, but you know.
Well, it looks like you're trying to get the Poke Flute.
Round. Yep, I'm trying to get the Pokeflute. Ta-da.
Oh, how big is Snorlax gonna get?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
How much fatter is he gonna get?
That's
Actually, you know what? They're probably gonna go with the Gen 7 like Ultra Beast, where it just eats everything. I think you know the one I'm talking about. I just don't know the name.
I have no idea.
No? Okay, hold on. First of all, I don't think Ultra Beasts are in this game, so I can't check. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna look up the name, because I don't remember. I look for Ultra Beasts. It's one of these. Guzzlord, I think that's... Yeah, Guzzlord. Probably go more that route. Snorlax is just gonna get a mouth in his stomach and then just eat things from there as well. But will eat literal planets.
Hope so.
Yeah. He gets that hungry, he's a planet eater. He's just gonna be Galactus. I mean, that's the only logical step, right? For Snorlax. From being always hungry to start eating literal planets. I think that's why we never got a Snorlax evolution. Because now Snorlax is a planet-level threat. It's a huge threat to the ecosystem. How does the Pokemon world deal with Snorlaxes? With how much they eat? I know, like, the Pokemon anime dealt with it with, like, May's Munchlax, where the one Pokeblock she gives to Munchlax just instantly feels it, which that just feels very convenient. I'm pretty sure Snorlax just eats an entire grove of food. Like, entire, like, farm's worth of food. Just within a couple hours. Within a day. And there goes your entire fruit shipment. For the season. Maybe Snorlax sleeps more than he eats. No shinies there.
I like how you appeared and then rolled around me.
Yeah.
Appeared.
I circled around you and then left. Because I'm continuing to wander around and try to find shinies.
Oh my god! I'm escaping!
You what now? Oh, the ghost.
Yes.
Oh, I'm caught.
I'm just like, I am getting out! Leave me be, I am getting out!
So wait, you don't even have the Sylph Scope. You're just trying to get through. Without it.
Brute force!
Oh.
No, brute force.
How are you getting past the Marowak?
There's no Marowak.
Did they get rid of the Ghost Marowak?
That's probably what's blocking the fucking way.
Yeah, you need
it's
Sylph
probably
Scope
what's
to get
blocking
past the
way.
get past the Ghost Marowak.
Look, I never said I was smart. I just said I like brute
Well,
forcing.
you could use the Pokédoll trick. Or glitch, whatever it is. Game.
No, I'm good. Just do it the legit way.
Yeah, you have to get Sylph Scope to reveal that's the Marowak, and then you have to beat it. It's blocking a staircase.
Yep, that was the staircase I was trying to get up.
Yeah.
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 It's like, final, Yankee.
Yeah, you gotta go beat the mob boss, and he'll give you the Sylph Scope. In his, underneath the game corner. Remember when
What?
villain teams were actually, you know, evil? I remember those days.
So, back in my days, Villain Corp used to be so evil.
Back in my day, we had 10-year-olds taking down mob organizations. Nowadays, they're just, teens that got bullied, maybe. They're not even evil. What has Pokemon gone to? I mean, I like Team Skull. They were fun, but at least we actually got a villain team. You know, they were kind of a nuisance, but we got the Aether Foundation. That was something. Gen 8 was a bunch of nuisances. They weren't even evil. They just got in the way. They're just like, you know, idol group fanboys for Marnie. And then you got the president that was evil just because, even though it really wasn't needed. Like, his reasoning for turning evil was just kind of dumb in Gen 8. He's just like, we're gonna lose power in 1,000 years. But he wanted to talk to the champion. But the champion's like, I'll talk to you, but after we do the tournament. But the president just didn't want to wait to have that conversation, so he just enacted his evil plan. Like, why? Kind of forced, to be honest. And then this game doesn't even have an evil team. I'm not saying every game needs to have an evil team, but I just didn't care for Team Star.
Kirka, what the fuck is his name? I don't even remember his name anymore.
Which one?
No, his name's not Kirito. Yeah, but DLC, the first one, has what the fuck is name, and then what the fuck is name comes to this DLC
Yeah, but he's not
and
even a
becomes an
villain.
evil person.
He's not even a villain.
He's
He's just a
not a
moody
villain arc,
teen.
to be fair.
He's just a moody teen.
A
He's not
moody
evil.
teen? Wow.
Again,
What
this
about attempting to steal the Pokemon that we were trying to catch?
he only tried to take Topagos, but that's not even stealing. Topagos. He just
He actually earned the Baka
he did. He got the Master Ball and he chucked it at the legendary and he earned it legitimately. Like there was no stealing
and
there.
Broke out.
And then
it crashed.
if anything, we stole it from him. After like it busted the Master Ball. Somehow.
That's his fault for not having an extra Master Ball.
Yeah, I know. At least the DLC gave us a second one. That's on him for not being an exchange student.
I was like, what?
That's on him for not being an exchange student. In fact, I think I still have.
Asking his sister for a second Master Ball.
Hell, I still have two.
I was so confused about his fucking plot point. I was like, you didn't ask like your grandpa or your sister for an extra Master Ball?
Yeah, I have two. I have two. I'm fully prepared for that, kid. You're just not smart.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused. I get the whole cutscene, it breaks out and things like that, but when it breaks out, you can catch it again. We're allowed to re-catch Pokemon all the time.
Yeah, but he didn't try. Again, he had his character arc where he's not a moody teen anymore. He's just a slightly less moody teen now. He's just very upset that we got to take Ogerpon with us. Ogerpon likes us more, and he's just angry about that.
He's supposed to be hard, yet in both DLCs I whipped his ass so quickly because before the DLC came out, you can grind your Pokemon to like level 100, and pretty much that's what almost everyone did.
Oh yeah,
Everyone
EXP
didn't go
candies
with the
just
fresh start.
trivialize this
I was
game. Why? The fact that they give you EXP candies, that should be a post-game thing. You know?
Yeah, but then Terror Raids wouldn't exist, and they have to give EXP candies in Terror Raid.
Make Terror Raids a post-game thing.
Terror Raids for getting shiny.
Yeah, make them a post-game thing. But, you know,
but
Game Freak
then they
stopped
wouldn't have
caring about
anything to
single-player
show you.
campaigns a long time ago.
Yeah, they wouldn't have anything to show you. Because you remember the post game when the Terror Raids become harder and you have to get 5 stars? They want to do that instead.
Yeah. I don't mind getting EXP candies to fast level grind. I don't have a problem with that. Just don't give me that option until post-game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It trivializes the main game if you go that route. But yeah, no, it broke because he was trying to go... The Terapagos was going into Super Saiyan form, and the Master Ball couldn't handle it. But for some reason, when we use our Master Ball and we go Super Saiyan, it's not going to break. You know, because we're the special.
Yep.
That's how it works.
They did no job in explaining that.
Yeah, no.
That made sense.
Oh, I think the explanation was... It was just getting more and more powerful as the fight went on. And I guess the Master Ball couldn't hold it. Can't hold that much power, I guess. Even though we won't have that issue. But, you know, I have no excuses. It's just bad writing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess this game's only villain, like true villain, would be the android in the main game, but not really a villain, just kind of... The android is still even like, hey, I want you to stop me, but I gotta...
Fight you.
I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna be evil, but I want you to stop me. So, it's one of those, like, yeah, you're being evil by programming, kind of, but, like, not really. Also, you were just not involved with the plot whatsoever, so I have no no drive to defeat you. You're just here.
Thank you for the raid, Pokemon Raiders. I'm Ellie and I made this thing. Thank you, Raiders.
And I am here. Real games begins after you beat the story. This story is just a long tutorial. That's just every Disgaea game, Hot Corn Dog. That's every Disgaea game.
I'm technically supposed to be playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're still playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Just in the background, there's Pokemon Evolved. Hang on, I'll put out a picnic.
Hey, it's okay. We both got our shinies, so it's okay. We've accomplished what we wanted.
Yes. Here's my picnic with my shinies to make up for me technically not playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Actually,
There, now you can see all of my bodies.
I'm gonna check something about Tyrogue very quick. Where's the Tyrogue I caught?
If you evolve it now, you can't save scum because you're in a multi.
Oh no, that's not what I was doing. I just wanted to check something. Where's the Tyrogue? my boxes need to be organized a bit better.
Oh boy.
Again, my living dex is fine. Is everything after it? Tyrogue's somewhere. Oh wait, there is a search command. Let's just go this route. That'll help. Yeah, where's that Tyrogue?
Oh look, a normal Raichu. Wow.
Heracross. Wait. Am I being gaslit? Where's my Tyrogue?
Oh no.
The Tyrogue was in my imagination the entire time.
Look at the way they're sleeping. Look at the sleepy boys. My game is blocking one of the sleepy boys. I just realized that.
That's not
There we go.
That was my normal Tyrogue. Where's the other one? Where's the one I literally just caught? Oh, it might be that one.
There we go.
There it is. I found it.
See this sleepy boy.
It was somewhere where it shouldn't have been. Here, I'll put it with some of the others.
Toucan, who's apparently not fucking asleep at all. Toucan, you're ruining the moment.
Here, let me check
Toucan,
something.
go to sleep. You're ruining. Really?
I just kind of realized Shiny Tyrogue kind of looks like a normal Hitmontop. I'm comparing the two right now, and they look very similar. Huh. I wonder if that's intentional. Because Tyrogue and Hitmontop have, like, the blue legs. And Tyrogue's skin color is like a lighter shade of of Hitmontop's, like, brown. Instead of being the pink. Huh. I wonder if that's intentional. Just now kind of thought of that.
Oh, I don't like.
Oh, great, I ran into something. Another deer going. Okay. Actually, remind me. You know how Deerling can change its coat? Does it actually change its coat in its game, or is it locked to whatever coat it is?
It does.
It does change the coat. Okay. I couldn't remember if
But
after a certain point they just made
you
it
have to catch
locked.
Each of the coats. I think it is locked, but you have to catch them. Like, okay, I don't think it changes in your party.
Yeah,
Like, when you
that's
go
what
to
I'm
the
asking.
field.
I know there's the 4 different
Oh,
seasons,
okay,
but
okay.
can a single Deerling
Yeah.
still change the coat?
No.
Okay, I think
They
it's
made
locked.
it so that it's locked in the DLC.
Yeah.
So that you have to catch each of the seasons in each of the DLC realm.
Yeah, I remember that. Remind me if I'm wrong, but in Gen 5, it changed the coat, right? Or was it locked? I might be gaslighting
I think
myself.
it's always been locked.
It's always been locked?
I literally think it's always been locked. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing as Vivian. Vivian has always been locked.
Oh, I know Vivian has been
Which
locked.
Vivian you get in your.
But I thought Deerling changed
Yeah,
the
I
coat.
think Deerling has the same situation.
I might just be gaslighting myself.
No, I think that they literally have always been so that like even in the DS eras when it first came out, you had to be able to catch it in that season. Like if it was spring in your country, then you'd get spring dealing. If you
Yeah.
were winter dealing, you'd have to wait for winter.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's been too long since I played Gen 5, so... remember, that game came out, like, 15 years ago.
Fur Pro was the one that you can change fur colors.
Yeah, but you have to go to a barbershop for that. But you could change it at
But
will.
I think you're thinking of
No, I was asking Deerling specifically, but I couldn't remember if I was just misremembering or not. I mean, I know the coats changed depending on what month you were playing in Gen 5, but I couldn't remember if, while you were playing, the coat can change with the same Pokemon, or if it was locked in. It might have been locked in, because I think I remember just getting one of each form. Back in Gen 5.
changing with wherever you went, but I think Game Freak was like, nah.
That's too much coding. Well, now,
Yeah,
now hold on. This is Gen 5. This is when Game Freak actually tried.
I didn't think they tried that hard in Gen 5.
Oh, they did a lot of things. They tried to get you a lot of content, and they tried a lot of things in Gen 5. Black 2 and White 2 are probably some of their best games. I think they started going downhill at the start of the 3D era with the 3DS. Like, think of the amount of content that you have in Black and White 2 versus X and Y, or even this game. Like, to be honest, there isn't much to do post-game.
What the fuck? Is that Ditto?
You find a good Ditto?
Yeah, I think I found Ditto's evolution.
Oh. It looks scared, and
Into the,
it's screaming because he has a horn. He's very horny right now, but he's scared about that.
what the?
You know, I feel like I've seen some of these sprites before.
Hi Ditto. You probably have. I think that's a reference to something.
Cleavor. Oh, actually, since I see a Cleavor right here, it's making me remember. So when I said I was ribbon challenging to get the Heracross, one of my friends was also doing a ribbon challenge, and he chose to pick Scyther, but he decided not to evolve the Scyther until he could get a Cleavor. So he has a Cleavor with all ribbons. I just think that's really cool. Part of me is thinking maybe doing a Teddy Ursa and get an Ursa Luna with all ribbons. But then I think of Battle Frontier Gen 4, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do Gen 4 Battle Tower again. That is so not fun. I'm being serious. The Gen 4 Battle Tower ribbons, there is a good 5 or 6 ribbons just for Battle Tower alone in Gen 4. Like, the game asks a lot for Gen 4, and they are pretty hard. Like, Gen 4 is when they actually made the AI smart, but not in a fun way. It feels like they're cheating. Like, seriously, the Battle Tower stuff for Gen 4, they want you to do singles Battle Tower. There's 2 ribbons for that. I think 2 times you have to fight the Frontier Brain. Huh?
The chat asked what's your favorite Pokemon, and I'm just gonna
Oh, I have a lot of favorites. I think a lot of my favorites are in Gen 3. Zangoose, Absol, Swampert, Aggron.
This thing goes. Oh, sorry! I woke everyone up. I am a fucking idiot. I woke every single Pokemon up. Well, that ruined the sleeping party.
I do think most of the Pokemon that are my favorites are probably within the first 3 generations. That's where most of my favorites are. And then there's like I would have a few favorites here and there with other regions. I think I just have a lot of nostalgia for Gen 3 though. But yeah, there's the 2 single player battle tower ones. There's one for 50 wins in doubles battle tower. There's one for link battles with the AI. There's one for link battles with a friend too. And technically we're not officially able to get it anymore, but there's one for Wi-Fi battle tower where you're fighting against other people. Officially, you can't get that one anymore, but there are ways. So yeah, Battle Tower has like a good 5 in Gen 4. And let me tell you, multiplayer with the AI is not fun. It really isn't. At least when you have a friend, it's only slightly better. But not by much. Because Gen 4 still cheats. Me and my friend had to rely on a strategy where it was... What was it? We had a Dusclops with an Iron Ball to slow it down. It was a Trick Room strategy. That's what it was. It was Trick Room. Yeah, we had to do like a very specific strategy just to do well in Battle Tower. It was not fun. I don't want to do it again, but knowing me, I'll do it again.
Everyone's sleeping except for two can mimic you. You're supposed to at least pretend to be asleep. Okay.
But yeah, do you have any particular favorite shinies? Specifically? Or just Pokemon in general?
Zangoose.
Zangoose.
The whole entire party here. Zangoose, the Golem, that one, the Haxorus. Pretty much almost the whole entire party here is my favorite.
Right.
That's why they're in my party.
Okay, I have a question. So, I mentioned about retconning shinies. You know, to change the colors permanently. Would you retcon Charmander, the Charmander line? And if you do you make Charizard the gold color, like Charmander and Charmeleon? Or do you make Charmander and Charmeleon like the black color, like Charizard does?
Black color. I like black Haxorus. I like the black color.
So we're in agreement, we should retcon the Charmander shiny. I always found it strange that Charmander and Charmeleon were like a gold, and then they just suddenly become a black Charizard, which the black Charizard looks very cool. But I always found it weird that it just changed.
I feel it's so weird that they changed the Mega shiny to green. I'm not kidding. Look up the Mega Charizard Y and X shinies.
Mega Charizard
Why?
Y. Okay, let me look. I'm checking.
Like why? Hang on. I think I read about that.
Oh, this isn't showing me it.
Yeah. One of them's green.
Oh yeah, Mega Charizard
No,
X
one
is a
of
slight
them-
green
why?
color. Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's like the same colors that Salamence gets.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is he still green? X
What?
is green, and then Y is black. Why? And why
What?
did Go only have both of them?
At least the Mega Charizard Y is keeping consistency with normal Charizard. I can understand why Mega Charizard X would be a different color, because it already is naturally
Make it
a different
gold
color.
Then. Yeah, but make it gold then, like Charmander and Charmeleon. I don't get
That
the
would
fucking puke ass green. I love Mega Charizard X,
that would
but
be
I
a good
hate his
callback.
shiny.
That would be a good callback.
Yeah, it would, like just make the black gold, and then voila, you have your callback to the whole entire line.
Yeah, that would be smart. And also gold in a lot of like media is like a royal color or something for dragons, so it works on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Game Freak, why are you not smart? Oh wait, this is Gen 6 Game Freak.
One
This
of
is
my
the start of the
favorite
downhill.
megas. Yeah. One of my favorite megas, and they did them dirty. They did most of the megas that are shiny dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them stick to their original shiny, and it makes me so mad. Cause why? What's the reason?
Actually, one shiny that I think is for the better, but only by technicality, is Garchomp. The fact that Garchomp's normal shiny is barely any different, you know, changing the color just in any way is automatically a plus in my book. Now it's a pink color. I don't know why it's a pink color when it goes Mega. But hey, at least it's noticeable.
Looking at a list of all the megas. Oh, Gengar. Gengar's another one. If you look up Mega Gengar
Yeah.
shiny, oh, yay!
Yeah, the white Gengar, which I kind of wish that was its normal shiny, to be honest. At least it's noticeable. Or, you know what? Just make Gengar shiny blue. Just straight up blue, instead of barely any different. Because Haunter and Ghastly were having the blue going on with, like, the blue gas around Ghastly or the blue tongue with Haunter. Or, yeah. For some reason, Gengar just decides to not really change that much at all.
Oh, Mega Camprupt is another one. Look at that. Another good black shiny.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
too bad Camprupt in general is very forgettable. Like out of all the megas, you don't think bring Mega Camprupt.
I've used Camera Up before. It's not bad.
I think it's just a little bit like forgettable in the line. I always kind of forget it's there because Blaziken exists and Blaziken. I know people are gonna say Blaziken shiny barely changes, but like, holy cow! I like the Camprupt Mega Shiny. Oh, Manectric too. Manectric, Camprupt, both black. You can tell that I'm really into these black guys.
Yeah.
Mega Salamence. I mean, I don't like the puke green as much, but the black solid there.
Yeah, I'm not really a
Make
fan
it
of the
hard.
pink Garchomp, but it's better than the normal one. Or the normal shiny, I should say. I still rather have Garchomp be that light blue color for the shiny, like its previous evolutions. Oh, by the way, have we heard anything about that Pokemon, like, PvP app that they were making? Have they mentioned anything about that? I forget what it was called, but, like, it's supposed to be on Switch and, like, mobile apps, and it's supposed to be basically just a hub to do PvP. I really haven't heard anything about it since it's been announced. I don't envy the shiny hunters that want to get a shiny Synestia with that's not the fake one. You know what I'm talking about, right? The authentic
I know what you're talking about.
Synestia. Yeah, I don't envy the people shiny hunting that. Actually, one shiny that would be kind of cool, or for me, Ribbon Challenge, but it works in both ways. The 3-tiered Dunsparce would be kind of interesting to hunt. But one thing I wanted to figure out about the Dunsparce is, can you just save scum and potentially get a different one, or is it just tied to the Pokemon on before it even evolves?
I think you have to look it up.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to look up, because part of me thought, like, hey, what if I ribbon challenge Dunsparce? But I want a 3-tiered one. Would I have to start completely over if it's not a 3-tier? Like, all the way from the beginning? Catch a new Dunsparce in Coliseum? Or can I just save scum in Gen 9? And just eventually get a 3-tier one? I'm assuming it's already decided. I'm assuming. But that's something I wanted to look into. It's kind of like the... Oh, what was the other Pokemon? The Mouseworld, where you could get the 3 family or the 4 family. I think that's like already decided as you catch it, what it's going to be.
The new one. You good? I think I watched a YouTube video of someone catching the triple the Dunsparce and how long it personally took them.
Oh, really? And this was, they were trying to get a shiny one?
Yep.
Ah.
All shiny. Full parties is 3-tiered the Dunsparce, basically. That's what they're going for.
Oh, they wanted it all
And,
6? Oh.
Let me just say that there was no save scumming. They had to catch every single Dunsparce in Area 0 to evolve it. And then they tried getting the 3-segment one, and then they're like, is it faster getting Dunsparce and then evolving it, or faster getting the Dunsparce and then having every so often not 3 segments? Yeah, it was a whole entire video.
You might have to show me that one.
RNG, basically.
Because if that guy was just catching Dunsparce, that just kind of tells me that it's already been decided as soon as you catch the Dunsparce on what it's going to be. Because theoretically, if you could just save scum, you could just catch like 6 Dunsparce and then just save scum. But if he was just constantly catching Dunsparce...
Ah, here we go.
You put it in the Discord or something?
I wanted one shiny Pokemon and end up with 300. Oh, it's broke. Why did it link break?
I'll definitely look at it later because I'm curious. Maybe I'll go for shiny Dunsparce and Coliseum and just hope RNG just wants to, you know, be nice to me. Also, did you know that Smeargle's, like, shiny color changed from Gen 2 onward? Originally, Smeargle had, like, a red paintbrush, and the shiny was green. But now it's the reverse, and it's stayed that way since Gen 3. I don't know why they changed it. Also, I am surprised Game Freak didn't just make multiple variants of Smeargle with different colors on the paintbrush tails. Oh, this is the red paint Smeargle, and this is the green one. This is the blue one Smeargle. Get all 15, and their shiny variants. How? I kind of wish there was a timer on the food power thing.
There is a timer.
Yeah.
You know the BBQ thing? You can go the opposite way to see the timer of the sandwich.
The opposite button was clothing. And this Scyther just really hates me.
No. Hit the button that has the BBQ, and when you're on BBQ, there's a button that you hit. I mean.
Okay, yeah, give me a minute.
Okay,
Sorry,
you're on
this
BBQ,
Sandslash is like being angry at me, and then Rhyhorn was being angry at me after that. So I got battle locked right there. Okay, so.
When you're on the BBQ quest, hit the left or right trigger, and it will show you the timer of the sandwich.
Oh, the
If it
notices.
says
Okay.
no notifications, you don't have a sandwich.
Got it.
Now I will take
I might as well
back.
go grab another one.
I'll go back to sleep.
Might as well go grab another one.
See. Why does he learn an ice type move?
What Pokemon?
Amazing. Why do you learn an ice type move?
Because why not? Why not have Weezing learn ice moves?
Poison ice? Please no. Please don't tell me this is a poison ice type neck.
Can I?
See? What are you gonna turn into?
What does this Weezing look like?
I'm scared. I don't know yet, but he learned haze, and I'm scared now.
Well, I think Weezing can
I'm
just
really
normally
very
learn
confused with
haze.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Because it's like
I was about to be like Weezy.
it's like a gas type of move, so it makes sense.
Oh,
Or smoke.
maybe I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm an idiot. I didn't give him too many candy.
Hell, Crobat can learn haze, I think.
Oh, well, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It makes you wonder why haze is an ice type move to begin with, though.
Rude. I gotta fight the gym, and then I can have Pokemon that are level 50.
Oh, they do the
Currently,
level
the
cap stuff.
Pokemon- No, it's not the level cap stuff. It's I want them to, like, if I want them in my party, I want them to obey me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But I think in the normal games, those only affected traded Pokemon, but I don't think you can trade, so they just made it affect all Pokemon.
I can't wait for the cat to stand up. I think that they're making the cat stand up. This is my prediction, cause they think the game theory way. All cats must stand up, and I swear to God, if it stands up, I'm gonna walk out. Person, just do it. Don't stand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Persian currently doesn't stand up. It's still safe.
No, yeah. Person's fine for now, but if its evolution stands up, I'm gonna put it in the box, and I'm gonna put it there for a long time.
And that's a fan
Never getting
game.
out that box.
That's a fan game. They have no excuse. They could break the mold, but they choose not to, then follow the trend.
Please break the board, please. Cats don't need to stand up. Unless it evolves like at a really high level, then I think we're safe. I think we're safe. If it's not evolving now, I think we're safe. Why do my Pokemon like sleeping inside of me? I'm looking at the Scarlet Violet, and he's a Hong Chu me.
They
Right at
just
my feet.
really like
Except
you.
He's big.
They just really like you.
He's like a fucking cat.
Checking around the savannah for right now and see if we can find anything, but so far no luck. I'm pretty sure I have the shiny charm. Yeah, I know I have the shiny charm. Isn't it like 1 in 400 at that point with the shiny charm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
something
then
like
with
that.
the level of shiny tail, which makes it a little bit higher, but not that much.
Yeah, it's like 300 or something.
No, he's standing up! No!
You were the chosen one! You were supposed to defeat the Force, but not join them!
No!
That Persian...
Sexy!
That Persian looks like the... I forget the Pokemon's name, but it's that legendary from Gen 6 or 7, that electric one. The electric cactus one. I can't remember its name. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I don't know why.
I feel like if I post this in my Discord, everyone will wake up and be like,
Zeraora. The one from Gen 7. Like, I just look at those Persian arms, and it just makes me think of that Pokemon specifically.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. I'm kidding.
And just to think, there's another evolution past it.
Oh, wait, is there? Please no. Please don't let this be a little bunny version. No? Please let that be the only one. Please let my character end.
Any?
No!
There's another one.
Number 106. Before sign up.
So that means it's going to get even bigger arms. I don't know how that's going to work.
No!
Actually, what type is it? What type is it?
What type is it now? Let me go. Trying corners of games like I'm supposed to. Like I'm supposed to. Trying corners of games like I have never you to be that at all.
Oh.
It turned into a ground type?
Normal
What
ground?
the fuck?
No, let me
fuck?
look. Fleet. Is it supposed to be something like Egyptian? Like, is it going that
I
route?
think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think it's going to like Egyptian lore or something.
Getting sexier. It's just gonna be ending up getting sexier, like Love Bunny.
You're not wrong.
Hello, Ducky.
And we're dealing with Egyptian gods, you know, the world's first furries, you know?
Hello.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Hello, do you have stone on this floor? Yeah. Okay.
At least if you get a shiny Oricorio, you could just change the shiny with flowers. Shiny Oricorio is not even locked.
Hello, do you have stone on this floor? What the fuck?
What now?
Why is there no counter? Oh, hello. I should probably get like five stones. So I don't have to go back all the time.
Survivor. So wait, is Arbok's final evolution just gonna be Survivor? Kind of like that
I don't think
Pokemon, kind of like the Pokemon anime. Who's that Pokemon bit?
I don't think so. The way it's looking, I don't think so.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, what Pokemon does Arbok evolve into? That's right, it's Survivor. And be like, anime, you're lying to me. Why are you lying to me?
That would be a funny route that they take.
It's just a normal Survivor. Actually, I would be curious on what Zangoose and Survivor evolve into in that game. Maybe Zangoose and Survivor just are wearing the corpses of their enemies. Zangoose and Survivor are Gen 3. They're Ruby and Sapphire. So they should be in that game.
Gen 1, which technically, because they have the evolutions of some of the Gen 1 Pokemon from Gen 2 and 3, I don't think the other Gen are still in here.
Oh, they didn't do like the full national dex?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They just did Gen 1 and just added like the other evolutions from other gens in here.
I
like,
see.
Magnus 1 isn't originally in Gen 1.
Yeah.
It's Golem.
Yeah.
But it's all Gen 1 Pokemon that evolved from their Gen 2, Gen 3 line.
Yeah. I think that's what I was asking about the Ruby and Sapphire thing earlier.
Maybe if another developer makes the game like this, that's...
Yeah, I can easily see Seviper and Zangoose just wearing, like, pelts of their enemies. Because remember, they just hate each other. That's all they do, is just fight each other. So in Evolution, Zangoose is just wearing a Seviper as a scarf.
Yeah,
I can easily see that happening.
How long it takes for this to come.
Yeah, it probably would take a long time to come up with 2 to 3 different evolutions per Pokemon. Probably take a while, and then the sprite work past that.
Yeah, the sprite work and everything. That's why I'm really happy that I'm playing this game because
wait a minute, hold on.
So much fun in this game.
Is that? I think I found another shiny, but it's underwater.
Oh no! Swim!
Get up here!
Throw a Pokemon at it. Throw a Pokemon at it. You can throw a Pokemon at the underwater Pokemon. It'll come up in the air.
Okay,
you got this. You can do it.
I'm trying, but he's stuck underwater. It was looking at my Persian.
Yeah.
Like it's looking, but it's not. I hate this so much. This is rigged.
I don't know.
No, it's shiny. It's a brown color instead of the blue.
Wait,
it's hard to tell though because it's underwater.
Lock on function.
No, there isn't because Game Freak's not smart.
See, Game Freak made it so that you can unlock a lock-on function in the DLC. You just have to get it with the BBQ point, and they locked it behind that. Yeah, I saw a YouTuber, have a lock-on function.
Okay,
and
so
it's not modded; it's just something that you get.
I need to keep it in range, but I wonder if I back up a little bit, maybe it will swim up. That has to be a shiny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a shiny.
I hope. For your sake, I hope it is.
Okay, I have it moving around because I'm not close enough, but it's staying underwater. What if...
Oh, do you have a water-type Pokemon? A water-type Pokemon, and then you throw that water-type Pokemon at it. Not Persian. A water-type. Like Gyarados.
Yeah, I do have one, but he went up. Oh, I gaslit myself. No, it was a normal one. I guess I gaslit myself. I thought for sure that was shiny. Because it looked brown to me, not a blue. Dang it. I gaslit myself. Yep. I'll take that L. I thought I could have sworn that was a shiny, because I know shiny versions of that Pokemon are brown.
It was just the water.
Yeah, it was like the water and just bad angles. Also, it was right next to the barrier, so the lights from the barrier might have affected it too. This is why I want the shiny sparkle sound from Legends Arceus. That way I can't gaslight myself. I was so sure that was shiny. In fact, I believe in Legends Arceus I do have a shiny alpha of one of those Pokemon. What is it? Luminen? I forget what it's called. It's Gen 4, you know. That's all I remember. It's not a very impressionable one of a Gen 4 Mon. Finneon, Luminion, I think that's what the evolution line is. At least I have the Tyrogue, so I'm happy about that. Speaking of Tyrogue, I'm putting you back in the box. I don't want you to accidentally evolve.
Look at this. Look at this boy.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Look at this photograph.
Oh, is that, that's Arcanine. Yeah, it's becoming more Chinese dog. Yeah.
I love him though.
Did you change type?
Oh, let me see. Hang on.
But yeah, I do have a Quackavall on my team, so I could have done that. But luckily, I went far away enough for
Oh,
the
he's still a
Pokemon
fire
to
type.
just... Still just fire, huh?
Yeah, he's still fire for now. He learned Blaze Kick, which I'm thinking he's a fire fight at the end.
Of course he is. Because every fire type needs to be a firefighting.
Come on, Blaziken exists. They have to be.
And Blaziken is just so cool.
I agree.
I'm kind of glad that Incineroar didn't become fighting type, even though it easily could have been. But they were going with the heal wrestler route, so they made him dark. He easily could have been part fighting, though.
I can't wait. This is one of my favorite Pokemon. Oddish is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Really?
Infinite Fusions is a very funny game, and I have a meme of Oddish running away,
I see.
and so I call him my little boy. So I can't wait to see my little boy evolve. I don't like Gloom.
Are you still able to
but
get
I'm
Blossom?
okay with it.
Because I like Blossom. Not the biggest fan of
I couldn't
Vileplume.
buy a Sunstone. I couldn't buy a Sunstone Keck, so I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I would assume they make Blossom available since you could get Oddish. Yeah, I don't think any of these Piplups are shiny. That's fine. They all want to be with me, though. They keep running towards me just to see how cool I am.
You're like, we'll pretend to be tiny for you.
It's like, no, you're not cool enough to be shiny, you know, so I must leave. I already have Piplups in my box.
Leave me.
Oh, wow. Popped Leo. But, nothing. Okay, I was gaslighting myself again, but no, that's the normal variant. It was the same Mon, too. I just, from the weird angle, I thought it was brown again. I think it just has to do with the lighting engine, mostly. Actually, another Pokemon I could really use a different shiny color is Slowpoke. Barely changes. And Slowpoke is one of my favorites. I think Slowpoke is probably my spirit Pokemon. He's just chillin'. He's just chillin'. Just seeing the universe and just not reacting to anything that's going on.
My boy, you good?
You find something?
Yeah, look
Oh. Yeah, Vileplume is starting to look like one of the Paradox Pokemon. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget the names.
I'm not expecting that from the Vileplume.
Yeah, the Brute Bonnet. Starting to look more like that right there. At least Shiny Oddish is like a green color, so it's kind of noticeable for the main body anyway. In fact, I think the theme was Oddish and Blossom. Like, the shiny colors kind of make them look like the other evolution line. So if I remember correctly about Shiny Oddish, Greloom, and Vileplume, instead of their normal bodies being like the blue-purple color, they become more green like with Blossom. But I think Blossom gets the more blue-purple color. So I think they kind of have that theme. Kind of like I think Charizard should have done things.
Look at this.
Okay, hold on.
This gym is great. It's full of women.
Oh, yeah. The Master Roshi. Master Roshi peeking in on the, on Erica's gym.
I heard they removed his in the,
Let's go.
yes.
If I remember correctly, he is still there, but he's not peeping on women. I think that's what they did.
I was like, but this, children play this game. No one's gonna complain.
No one complained.
Complaining about it.
No one complained about it before.
And they just,
Only people that complain about it have never played Pokemon and never will.
that's why I was like, what?
And also, it's a game that came out, like, what, 30 years ago? I think we're fine, you know? Or, you know, the original Red and Blue variant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, it was fine then. No one really cared. Why are we changing it now? Especially since this is the second remake of Red and Blue. And we kept it in the first remake with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Again, who's the change for?
Probably the Karens that were complaining.
Yeah, and those same Karens are not going to buy the game anyway, so...
Yep. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like how I have my Blastoise fighting all this? Fighting the grass type gym?
Well, it's part steel, so it helps. Now it's neutral. And also, you're 20 levels higher, so that makes a difference.
Oh, I'm fighting on fire. Blastoise is level 58. In the beginning of this game, I did, like, put in some rare candies in him, because it was a little bit harder in the beginning. Like, I lost the rival fight, because he picked the opposite Pokemon with me.
What's
But then I
Blast?
just lost in the grass because of a level 5 Pidgey.
Yeah.
I just leveled him up to level 8, thinking, okay. And then I leveled him up again, because I almost lost to the gym leader, Brock. So I leveled him up to near level 10, when he learns, Bubble?
Yeah.
Beam? Yeah. So I had him, like, 2 levels above the gym leader, just because I couldn't do it the first time. So I think that's why he's over leveled now.
Yeah. I was just staring at a Blossom that was just floating in the middle of the air. So I'm like, I don't remember Blossom just being able to float in the middle of the air. I'm pretty sure Blossom can't fly.
No, Blossom can fly. If Blossom leaps hard enough, Blossom can fly. Don't take Blossom's dream away.
I don't see Blossom learning fly and in his moveset. Unlike Doduo, you know, where it has no wings. It just keeps running in the air.
Are you crushing Blossom's dreams already?
Yes. I can see a glide. I can see a glide with the pedals as like a parachute. Fly? It needs a strong wind current. Kind of like Wingull.
You know, the first time I played Legends Arceus, you know the Lilligant that goes crazy?
Yes.
I was trying to dodge the Lilligant that goes crazy by like, going around and rolling, and I almost rolled off the cliff, and the Lilligant almost joined me.
It's just
and,
like,
the Lilligant almost flew. Like, I believe I can fly.
if I can't beat you, then you're going down with me. We shall go together. And Lilligant's like, okay, I believe you.
Lilligant can fly? Like, I don't think Lilligant can fly. Can you fly? You wanna go up there to find out?
It just needs a float stone. It just needs a float stone. I like the joke in, I believe it's Ruby and Sapphire, but it might just be in the remakes. There's a hiker that, okay, it's not a hiker, but it's like, it might have been like a black belt type of NPC. He gives you a float stone, and then if you leave and go back in, he turns into a hiker because the float stone was making him, not fat. If only it were that simple.
Oh, I'm so glad I evolved my Vileplume before I went into the gym, so I wouldn't have to see this. I wouldn't get spoiled.
Spoiled on the Vileplume? Yeah, I see that.
What?
What now?
Gyarados? This is your last evolution, buddy. I think.
Oh, your very angry Gyarados is gonna be angrier. Yeah, that's a very angry Gyarados. Drago Am I reading that right? Dragodos?
Yep.
Okay.
Stop trying to learn right now.
To be honest, a little bit of it looks like the fossil Pokemon from Gen 6? No, Gen 8. Something in the face.
No, he's still water flying. Why? Why
He
would
did-
they name him Dracosmic while making him look like this and Draco in the name?
Because
Missed opportunity.
they wanted to troll you.
What?
Specifically, you.
Do they think it was too overpowered to make him a Dragon Water type? Because I don't think it is.
Dragon Water's really good. Look at Kingdra. The only reason Kingdra's not that good is because of its stats. If you made Gyarados a Water Dragon, it'd be very good. Because in...
Did I go past?
It would only be weak to Dragon, I believe, in Gen 3. Fairy's not a thing yet. And with Gyarados' stats,
No
like,
way.
he'll be
He has
even
one more.
stronger.
He's not done yet.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, he has a
He
third
can
one?
go further beyond. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes Gyarados have 3.
One of the few that
Oh
do.
my god. Because after him is Lapras. I don't think, unless there's a Pokemon before Lapras. Let me check. I have a cheat sheet of all Gen 1 Pokemon.
I was gonna look up
Let
my...
me refer to the cheat sheet.
I was gonna look up my living dex and just check that way, but then I remembered I didn't organize this in the traditional national dex format, so no, I can't just rely on that.
There is nothing after Gyarados other than Lapras, and Ditto is after Lapras.
Okay.
He can evolve again. Jesus Christ.
He'll be a true
Turn him
dragon.
into an ice type.
He'll
Or
be a true dragon.
Yeah, to be a true dragon. Please, turn that boy into a true dragon type.
I mean, you have to put in a lot of work to make Gyarados the dragon. At least it makes sense to me. Like, you really gotta put in all that effort.
Level 48? If he's already level 48, that means the next time he is going to evolve at level 60. And if he evolve, if I'm right, and he evolves at level 60, dragon type?
Hey, I mean, Hydreigon still has it beat. Hydreigon evolves at level 64. I think
Wait, then Gyarados would beat it.
No, Hydreigon evolves at level 64. So if Gyarados is going to be 60, Hydreigon still has it beat in terms of the highest level Pokemon needed to evolve. I think we're talking about two different things on what beats. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like has it beat on being a better typing.
Oh, better typing. Yeah, Dark Dragon versus Water Dragon. Yeah, I would say Water Dragon would probably be the better typing. I didn't realize there was a Terra Zangoose up here. Not that it really matters, because you could just change the Terra type to anything you want.
Terras have a small chance of being shiny, I heard. Well, like a very, very, like, fucked up chance.
Yeah.
That is not worth it.
You know, I find the random Terra Pokemon that, you know, have different Terra types I find them so underwhelming versus, say, Alpha Pokemon. Because the fact that I could just change the Terra type to whatever I want with enough grinding makes these Terra Pokemon in the wild just less interesting. It's like, oh, it's a special Terra Zangoose, but I could just catch a normal Zangoose and just change the type to whatever I want. Versus Alpha Pokemon, that's just way more interesting to me. Sure, sometimes there can be just a random Alpha spawn, but it's not like you could change a normal Pokemon to be an Alpha, so...
Don't worry, Ted.
Yeah. Slow down. Game did not like that.
Oh, look at him! Oh, that means it's a grass type! Look at it!
Oh, Electivire is being... Oh, that's interesting.
Electivine!
Huh. I wonder why they went that route.
Grass? What the... I know, because electric grass?
Wait, has there ever been an electric grass type before? I don't think so. I can't think of any.
He might be the first. Also, that damage I did to him means that he does not have a lot of HP. Then again, if you count the crit, she was a hyper potion on the boy.
I wonder what the lore would be for Electivire being part grass type in that evolution. Like, what are they trying to go with? Makes me wonder what Magmotar is going to be.
It looks so cool. Oh, I think it's gonna be a... Oh shit, maybe a fire type? Oh, sorry, not fire type. Probably a water type. Grass water. Ooh.
Fire water, you mean?
Yeah.
For Magmortar?
Like the opposite.
Yeah.
For Magmortar, I think so.
Well, they probably go with the... kind of like what Volcanon is with the whole, you know, geyser type of thing. Just being hot water. Probably end up being more that route. I need to swap Persian in the front. I don't want to stare at Crocodile.
Don't you like how I could switch out at any time? And I've just got... Oh. Bubbles is fine! Keep going, Bubbles! You're doing great!
Is this still going? Nope. The thing ran out. Oh well.
No, I'm not switching him out. What's your last Pokemon? Oh god, look at him! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Tangrowth, what happened to you, buddy? You wanna talk about it?
There's another eye in there.
There's like 2 other eyes in there.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Now.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yes, Bubbles! Let's go! Win a gym! It's just Bubbles using Flash Cannon.
Pretty sure Populo is just a different colored blue. I don't really see anything there.
Level 50, okay. Up to level 50, okay. I just see.
Oh, you know, I have a shiny Execute. I haven't decided on what to evolve it into, Alolan or normal. I think Alolan would be funnier, but
Alolan then.
but it's just one of those, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Sometimes I get a few shinies and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to evolve it into, and then I just never evolve it. I'm pretty sure Tyrogue is going to be like that.
Just be like me and just carry around a Joltik and accidentally forget that Joltik can evolve, and then give it another stone. And then he'll never evolve.
Right. Or for me, I would just get like, okay. It'll be like, okay, Tyrogue, you're going to stay at Tyrogue forever until I get 2 other shiny Tyrogues. That way I don't have to choose. I'll just get all of them.
I guess that's what happened with Golurk here. His son wanted me to catch him so badly so I can have 2 of them. One
Papa? Where's Papa? He was just looking for his dad. Papa, where are you, Papa?
And now they could be together. When this one turns level 100, I'll put them right next to each other.
It's, we are together again, son. I shall never leave your side.
That's what was so good. I was like, oh. Now I can make every single Pokemon in my box level 50. But then up to level 50 Pokemon can obey me. Yippee. I know the up to means that they might not obey me, but like, heck it. Level 50, all of them.
Wouldn't it be nice if I could find one more shiny, but at least I found the Tyrogue. So I'm happy with that.
Oh, it's been 3 hours. I'm sorry, I've been having so much fun in Pokemon Evolve.
That's fine. It is perfectly
It's a
fine.
little bit hot where I am, and I'm getting a little bit hot from the heat and probably my Switch.
Right. I think I'm kind of lucky today. It's like overcast for me. But it is around the right season for, you know, to be like 80 degrees for me. Just kind of lucky right now.
Sorry that I had to call it here because it's fucking hot as shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Would
Yeah,
you
lately I
recommend
had
someone
to
rating?
turn a fan on and just have it, like, blow the fan into my room just so I could keep cool.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I have a sweater that's, I would say in the woolly.
That... I'm pretty sure that would not help.
Look! It's a stick sweater, it's really comfy!
I mean, there's comfy, and then there's I'm gonna die of heat stroke type of comfy.
Yes. Yeah, you decide who we're rating into, so we can do a double raid.
Oh.
Since you're the co-host, I'm gonna have you decide.
Oh, okay. I don't really know too many people to raid. Wait, are we raiding now, or do you want to keep going for a little bit?
It's been 3 hours, like I said. I would like to add things.
Ah, you
Like,
wanna
it's getting
wrap
hot
up?
where I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm really sorry. If I was not hot, I'd probably keep going, but it's really hot here.
It's all good. We both
Like I
got a
said,
shiny.
it's
We both
probably
won.
hot.
We both won.
Yeah, I hope you had fun. And I'm sorry for the random Pokemon evolutions that came up.
I mean, it's just nice doing something slightly different, just talking to someone on stream and just kind of not doing the grind. Basically just kind of relaxing.
Before we raid out, look at this boy. He turned into a poison type. And now he's like a evil stepmother type of situation.
Oh,
This is Rattata's final evolution.
Oh. It's like a hunchback type of...
Yep.
It makes me think of some like evil old woman, like Like Snow White,
Yeah,
the evil queen type of old woman transformation. Something like that. I don't know too many people, but Scarlet Crimson is on. Again, I don't know too many people.
Send me them in DM.
Huh?
Yeah, just send me the link in DM so I can also rate it. I'm bad with names, so I prefer just getting
Well,
the links.
you've
That way it's much easier.
I know you've interacted with them before.
Yeah, but I interact with a lot of people. That's why I say send it in my DM.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be rude, by the way. I just really do interact with a lot of people.
I don't. So.
I don't have a good reason. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, if you've seen my calendar, you would see that I have been interacting with a lot of people lately.
Yeah. As I try to look this up, you know, I'm getting a lot of audio stutters, but that's okay.
And I am involved in Beedrill.
Oh wait, no, I'm Scarlet Crimson is someone else. Oops.
Great. I hate you.
Scarlet Crimson is someone else.
Yeah.
I thought you. Oops, I thought that was someone else. I don't know who to rate, and I think the audio just decided not to work anymore because it's trying to.
What do you mean? Whoever's live.
I don't know people.
What do you? Who is live on your screen? What do you mean you don't know people?
I only have like 2 other people that are live. That's not you. And
Yeah, pick one of those.
okay, I guess we'll go with Scarlet because I don't know it like anyone. I gotta mute
There you go.
I'll mute.
You can't say you don't know people and then have someone. You
I got
have fans. Believe in your friend. Man, we have one more.
My computer's not liking this. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna make this easier on myself. I am going to my laptop where it's not running everything and take care of it there. Because that will work. Because my laptop is not running everything. Let me try this. I think I was getting her confused with someone else that you've interacted with. That I know you have interacted with. There. I sent a link. That's the person that yeah.
So much.
Alright.
Hope you've had fun, genuinely. I hope you had fun.
I hope you did too. It's nice having someone to talk to and do something a little bit different. Yeah, maybe.
Genuinely, it's been fun talking.
Yeah, maybe we can try something like this some other time.
Yep, my teams are always open. I do have fun.
Yeah. All right.
Not currently anything this month because I have a lot of plans this month.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not. I know your schedule is like completely booked for this month.
Yep. That's what I say. I'm not trying to be rude and forget people. I've just been completely booked for this month and talking to a lot of people. So.
Oh, I understand. I understand. All right. So I got the raid ready to go. So whenever you're ready, we can wrap this up.
I'm ready. We can start raid.
All right. Starting that, and we are gonna end stream. Have a good rest of your day.
Everyone has a good evening and a good night. You have a good rest of your day too. Is there
Yeah.
anything you'd like to tell the chat before we go off?
I do a lot of challenge runs. I hope I was entertaining enough at my rambling. I'm not good at outros. Yeah.
Hey there. Yippee.
Alright. Alright, have a good rest of your day. Later.